corner for the Braves, number 1 is Will Luger. In the defensive
Those ones Tim
number
printed
7,
out? Or no, those are the ones
Benson.
that they gave us. Okay.
And number 10, Trey Benson. Another defensive back, number 22, Jacob Hodgson. A linebacker is number 25.
Could just switch everything around. That's all the way up.
Another linebacker will be number 30, Levi Pingle. One corner is number 32, Dax Pierce.
You got something there?
Yes.
One cornerback is Logan.
Oh, I think I figured it out. I think we got it.
One linebacker, number 52, Logan
He was turned all the way down the wrong way.
One lineman, number 58, Samuel Collins.
Yeah.
And rounding out the starting lineups for the Braves on the defensive line is number 61.
Yeah, we can probably take it any time. I got 9 minutes of interviews to get through, probably a couple commercials too. So. All right, cool. Thanks. Bye. All right, he's gonna fade out the song. Come to us.
Hey, they haven't kicked off yet. I don't have to talk.
What's that?
They haven't kicked off yet. I don't have to talk.
Night here in Milford, Iowa. The Okoboji Pioneers are taking on the Cherokee Braves. And it should be a good game once again. We are also live video streaming at explorerokoboji.com. I'm Tim Peterson, and next to me, the good Dr. Ryan Roke will join us after we get through some interviews and get into the heart of the game once we kick off here. We got Michael back in studio. Matthew running the live video stream. Once again, that's at Explore Okoboji under the sports tab. Go ahead and click on there and hopefully we get lots of viewers, viewers and listeners here tonight on Q102. Let's get to our pregame here, but first I should say, Okoboji comes into this game with a record of 1 win, 5 losses. Cherokee at 3-3. They've had some similar competition and done similar things against them, so kind of expect to have a good game here tonight in Okoboji. Our pregame show is brought to you by Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake, online at lakeshealth.org. Let's hear from the coaches, and we'll be back momentarily with those coaches' interviews.
Surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Joining me now on the pregame show is Okoboji head football coach Nick Pluger. And Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks.
Yes, thank you so much for joining me as we're getting ready for your matchup this evening against Cherokee. But let's talk about your previous matchup as you went against a tough West Lyon team. Came up short 50-14, but what did you learn about your team in that one?
Really proud of how they've responded. In the second half, going down 44-0 into the locker room, of course, morale is going to be a little bit down, and we kind of challenged our seniors a little bit to just talk to the team privately about, what it means to finish strong and, what it means to their legacy. So we gave them about 10 minutes of their own time in the locker room, and they came out in the second half, with their hair on fire, ready to cause a wreck. So they did a lot of really good things in the second half, made a lot of good plays, and most importantly, had a lot of fun. Seeing Matt Olson run on a 28-yard touchdown, I've never seen him smile so big in my life, and that really was a big moment for him. He's been doing a really good job plugging in at the fullback position. He was previously tight end all season long, and due to injuries, got his name called for fullback and did a great job and capped it off with that 28-yard rushing touchdown. So really proud of how they responded against a really tough West Lyon team. Looking back at film, They did a lot of things really well. West Lyon is just an extremely big, talented team, so kind of a tough matchup for us. But again, overall, very pleased, and kind of a nice stepping stone for us heading into homecoming for Cherokee.
Yeah, you mentioned Matt Olson having to step up and place at a running back position. How are you sitting injury-wise on these last couple weeks?
Getting a little bit healthier, but still not 100%. Josh Seals went down with an injury against Sibley, and he's been mightily missed at the strong guard position on the offensive line and depth at the defensive line as well. So it's kind of been a rotation of guys at that position. A couple more have gone out with concussions, and Logan Heller has been mending an ankle injury for the past 3 weeks. So he definitely is tough enough that he doesn't want to, slow down and all. But we're getting, a little bit closer to 100%. Feeling good about Friday night for our overall health. Trevor Cookenham was another one that had a knee injury at the start of the season. So I feel like, he's now just playing his best football. He kind of started off against Sheldon and had an okay night for his first game back, then just got more and more confident throughout the Unity game. And then West Lyon, he's really holding his own against guys bigger than him, and it's hard to believe guys bigger than Trevor Cookenham because he's definitely one of the biggest and strongest on our team. But he had a really good night, so I'm feeling really confident about his health going into Cherokee.
And you mentioned Cherokee this week. It is homecoming week for you guys, so how do you kind of manage? I know a lot of football coaches say they're not a fan of homecoming week overall because of all the distractions, so how do you kind of manage that and keep your kids focused for Friday night?
I love it. I love everything about homecoming week. It's definitely my favorite week of school when I was a student, and still probably my favorite week of school as a teacher. I just think anytime you can have unity, camaraderie, and school spirit, that's really good for culture. And, kids are excited to go to school. They're excited to do their dress-up days for their fun competitions. We have powder puff football and beefcake volleyball and, dodgeball games, whatever. So, kids are really excited to get to school. And when there's excitement in the air, it makes practices go really well. So we had a Tuesday morning practice, and then our kids are going to go to the middle school game Tuesday night, and then they're going to go right into the volleyball game Tuesday night. So again, school spirit is contagious, and I think our kids understand that their most important role in homecoming is a really good football game against a good Cherokee team. So our practices have been really focused. Our kids are dialed in, and I think we're ready to play our best game of the season.
Yeah, and you played Cherokee for your homecoming game. I believe attempt number 2. You're supposed to play Cherokee last year for homecoming, but obviously last year a completely different year with everything going on. So what do you know about the Braves?
Yeah, Cherokee definitely a very potent offense. They do a really good job with their spread offense, distributing the ball to a lot of talented skill players. And then for their run game, they are pretty committed to this nice little speed option. Their quarterback and running back are very good about their pitch relationship. And, even in times when you think they wouldn't pitch it, they do. And it's very seldom on the ground. So that's something our linebackers have been keying in on in practice, on responsibility, trusting that their teammates are going to do their assignment and they're going to do theirs. So that's going to be a big deal. And then, limiting the big play potential of their team. So we got to make sure we don't get beat over the top on a deep route to keep everything underneath us. Kind of the mentality of the Iowa Hawkeyes defense. No big plays, make them earn their way down the field. And if we can do that and set them up and for sure passing downs, I think our D line's going to have a big night and pressuring the quarterback and hopefully getting a lot of sacks on them.
And you kind of tapped into it with that answer. What would you say are some keys to victory tonight?
Yeah, like we said, defensive pressure, getting them in passing down situations, and linebackers keying in on that option. That'll be really key for us on defense. Staying alert on special teams. They like to do every trick in the book when it comes to kickoffs and kick returns and punt returns. So staying alert in those departments. And offensively, the best way to slow down a potent offense is keeping the ball on your side of the field. So running our single wing attack, keeping the time of possession on our side, and a lot of those players are two-way players. So if they're taking a bunch of snaps on the defensive end, that's going to make them a little less of a threat on the offensive side. So smash mouth football for us in the single wing department, and hitting them on the big plays when it comes to a second or short and third and short, and using a play action or passing to soften up the defense and maybe hit them deep over top.
All right, Coach. Sounds like a good plan in store. Best of luck tonight, and hope to get your thoughts after the game as well.
Yeah, that sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you. That is Coach Nick Pluger joining us, Okoboji Pioneer head football coach. More of your pregame coming up on Q102.
Northwest Bank is top-notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Joining me now on the pregame show on Q102, head coach of the Cherokee Braves, Tony Gunter. Coach, how you doing today?
Oh, pretty good.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us, taking some time to preview this matchup between you and Okoboji. Let's talk about your season to start. You had a pretty good start to the season, starting 3-0 in non-district play, and then, as I've talked with Okoboji coach throughout this year, very tough district you guys are in, which Class 2A in this part of the state in general is really tough. So what are those non-district and now into district play games really tell you about your team?
Well, I think we're good enough to win games. We just, right now we're not taking care of the ball enough. We started off the year turning over people a lot, and then we started turning the ball over, and it's cost us, 2 games, I think, for sure. The Central Iron game was not going to be a winnable game for us at this point, but feel like we let a couple slide away, and unfortunately it's probably going to cost us a chance to go to the postseason, but we're looking forward for our trip to Okoboji.
Yeah, we'll talk about your game last week against Sheldon. Hard-fought game, came up just short 28-20. What were some things you kind of noticed about your team while watching film?
Well, I think we're still struggling on the defensive side as far as tackling goes. It's a work in progress. We're trying to get this thing turned around where weight room's important, and to me that's where we build our confidence on the defensive side. Offensively, we're moving the ball okay. We just tend to turn it over at the worst possible times, and we got to solve that problem.
Yeah, and looking at your stats, look like you got a pretty even spread between pass and rushing between your senior quarterback and senior running back. Is that kind of the plan? You want to kind of get an even spread between passing and rushing?
No, we like to be balanced. It seems at times, though, when we need the ability to run for 3 yards, we can't get it done. But, we're going to keep trying, and, our offensive line is pretty young as far as experience anyway. We got a lot of first-year starters on this team.
How are you guys sitting injury-wise as you kind of start to wrap up the season?
We're okay. We lost one of our better players, Mason Carver, in the Central Lion game, and he's out for the year. So that's our kicker, punter, wide receiver, / everything guy. So that hurt us last week. But, we got to get the next guy to step up and take care of business. So
what have you kind of seen about Okoboji on film that you've been trying to key on during practice?
The thing with them is the offense is unique. I know it comes from a way back. I've seen it actually run under center also. And, it's a lot of wing tee principles that, we just got to be gap sound and take care of business on that. We think we match up pretty good with Okoboji size-wise and that kind of thing. But, we still have to tackle, and the quarterback there is pretty shifty.
What would you say are some keys to victory for you tonight?
Just don't turn the ball over, I think, and, play field position, and I think we'll be okay.
Sometimes it's keep it simple, and it works, Coach. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck tonight, and best of luck the rest of the season as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. That is Coach Gunter joining us as Cherokee and Okoboji getting ready to take on. It's the Pioneers Homecoming coming up on Q102.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High-quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery, Highway 71 North Milford, and online at ccscreenprint.com.
Enjoy a taste of the islands at Snapper's Turtle Bay Cafe at Parks Marina. We're open daily at 11 with delicious island-style entrees and daily specials that include a local favorite island tacos, a close second to the lobster mac and cheese, or maybe you prefer the Boathouse burger, seared ahi tuna salad, or Cuban sliders. Join us at Snapper's, open daily at 11 for lunch and dinner all year long.
And Cherokee getting ready to kick off here from Milford. Okoboji in their black with maroon helmets tonight. Cherokee in their white with black helmets and yellow numbers. Okoboji will kick off from our vantage point, left to right on your radio dial. Also, we're also on live video on exploreokoboji.com. Boom! There's a kickoff. It'll drive the Cherokee returner back to about his 1 yard line. He'll take it out from there across the 10 to the 15 to the 20. All right, up the middle across the 25, the 30, 35. Finally tripped up and stopped at the 32 yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Braves from the 32. I'm Tim Peterson. And being joined by the one and only good doctor, Dr. Ryan Rolk.
I haven't seen Okoboji play in a little bit, but that was Mario Castillo who kicked off instead of Harms, and he drove it all the way down to the 2-yard line. Nice boot.
You get to the starters here in a moment as Cherokee comes up to the line. Right to left, they send 3 out to the far side. The quarterback's right-hand side. Quarterback is Will Luger. Takes a snap, looks to pass, throws the screen on the near side. No drop by the running back. He had it for a second and dropped it. That running back is Levi Pingle.
You saw that in warm-ups. Cherokee did a lot of that 3-by-1 formation. They just do that little flare to the flat, and so you're going to put your best back in a one-on-one situation with Okoboji's linebacker, who has to cover a lot of ground to get there. That time it just kind of went through his fingers, slipped through his fingers, but you're going to see that play over and over again tonight.
Pro form, 2 left, 2 right. Another shotgun. Takes the snap. Luger looks to pass. He's forced out of the pocket, and now he's swung around. He gets hit once, escapes, gets hit twice, escapes, but not the third time. 3 Pioneers in on the sack, loss of 2 on the play.
Well, it's going to be interesting because we're going to have holding on Cherokee as well, but you've got them in a third and about 19. So if you're Okoboji, you're going to take the penalty, or are you just going to decline it and think you're going to play defense on 3rd and 19?
Okoboji did win the flip.
Oh, no, they're calling face mask on Okoboji. Oh, they missed the hold. Wow. That changes everything I just said all around, Tim Peterson.
It could have been canceling out penalties. Boy, I just mind farted. Anyway,
so that changes things from 3rd and 19 to 2nd and 3.
Other starters for the Braves: Trey Benson at wide receiver, Jacob Hodgson at wide receiver, Joe Benson a wide receiver, and Lance Pingle a wide receiver. They're split right and split left, 2 on each side again. Here's the snap looking to pass. No, it's a draw play up the middle. He's going to take it himself, and Luger's going to run for what looks to be a first down.
Luger's nice looking athlete, but if there's something to hang your hat on for Okoboji here at the beginning of the game, they've been getting good pressure on 2 of the first 3 plays. So see how that holds up throughout the game.
Offsetting penalties, that was the word I was looking for. It is a first down, 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Braves. They line them up same way. 2 left, 2 right, and whistle blows. It's going to be a timeout for Cherokee. That'll give us a moment to get to these starting lineups. Let's finish off with the Hosses. That front line boys for the Braves is on the line as left tackle Edwin Staver, left guard Logan Thorson, centers Connor Mankey, right guard is Colton Happ, and right tackle is Carson Roush. That is your starting offense for the Braves. Starting defense for the Pioneers. On the line, Wentz, Poss, and Gonzalez. Linebackers are Chapman, Olsen, Harms, and Heller, and Strands. And corners are Bachman, Stevens, and safety is Schlechter. Head coach Nick Pluger, thanks for the interview and pregame, along with Tony Gunter and Tim Soper for getting those interviews for us.
Hey, Tim Peterson, this
Yes.
Cherokee cheerleading squad, they're doing some pretty funky stunt work down here.
Got a pyramid, or what is that?
They went up to lifts and jumps, and way to go.
Get too high in the air right now.
Yeah, that's not.
8 cheerleaders down there for them, getting their home or their visiting crowd to make some noise. Back to the play on the field, 1st and 10. Once again from the 49, 3 right, 1 left.
Back to that 3-by-1. Look for a little flare.
Here's Luger, catches it, options to the right, pitches it to the back, and he's going to be hit right away and stumble forward.
Same concept. They want to get Pingle out in space, get him one-on-one. That time they ran an option to the wide side of the field into the 3-by-1, into the 3 formation, the trips formation. Okoboji did a nice job of stuffing at the line of scrimmage. Watch him come back and fake that. They're going to bring Pingle back on a little drag across this way and throw it to him because there was nobody following it on the backside. I'm just saying.
No gain on the play. 2nd down. 3 to the left, 1 right this time. Luger takes a snap, looks to pass this time, looks left, being forced out of the pocket, rolls to his right, scrambles, eludes a tackle, gets across the 50, and he's taken down at the Pioneer 49.
Once again, nice pressure by Okoboji. Their defensive line was able to get in there, force him to scramble because if you noticed, after the fake, nobody covered Pingle as he came through the line, and he was open over the middle, and he would have, but Luger was not able to find him because he was running for his life. So, hey, 3rd and 8, Tim Peterson. Key play.
Don't say it too loud. You got the coaching staff sitting next to you.
Like they're going to listen to me.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Here comes the Okoboji defense. It's inside, drawn up the middle. And there's room enough for the first down and more across the 40 and inside to the 36-yard line goes the running back Pingle.
Went a 2-by-2 formation, spread him way out, came back with an inside zone to the short side of the field. Once he broke through that first line, the linebackers got caught up in the wash, and it took the safety. Was that Schlachter who brought him down? I believe it was.
Same formation on the offense. 4 on the line for the defense. 4 across linebackers. Option pitch to the right to Pingle again. He's going to get hit right away and dropped. Not much going on that play, maybe a yard. Bring up 2nd down.
Second time we've seen that play, and the inside linebacker did a tremendous job of not getting caught up in the wash, reading his keys, trusting his eyes, and held Pingle to no gain. 2nd and 10, no score, 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Here at Pioneer Stadium.
You know, the nice part about being in the visitor press box, we can look across and see all the Pioneer fans, and boy, that's pretty
great.
Full up over there.
That's awesome.
1 to the right, 1 to the left. Under center, rolling back now, takes a snap, looks to pass. Pressure again, he's going to fling it downfield and just got rid of it before he was brought down on that far sideline right in front of the bench of the Pioneers. It'll bring up 3rd down on an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 from Okoboji's 36.
It looked to me like Wentz, the weak side end, didn't go for the fake, and he did a tremendous job of putting pressure on Luger and forced him to run for his life, run before he went out of bounds, was able to toss it, save the yardage. We're going to have a 3rd and long as Cherokee takes another timeout in the first quarter.
They're going to be down 2 timeouts. We'll take a timeout with them. It's 3rd and 10. It'll be a big down for the Okoboji defense when we return right here on Q102. Better just take a 30.
Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. Highway 71 North Milford and online at ccscreenprint.com.
10. Okoboji
I think
defense.
it's Regan.
Trying to pick Dr. Ryan Roke's trying to figure out what cheerleaders on the top of the, I don't know, what do you call that?
The
kind of a
stunt? I don't know.
Stunt. 3 cheerleaders holding 1 up high in the air. I flunked cheerleader class in high school. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation.
Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight.
Yes, sir. Looking to pass. Pressure from the outside. He's hit once, he's hit twice. Boy, he can elude. Flings it downfield, it's complete. And that'll be enough for a brave first down. Pressure in the backfield once again, but boy, they're having a hard time tonight pulling down Luger.
The problem is they're not breaking down. They're trying to grab instead of breaking down and driving your shoulder right through his midsection. They're giving this guy way too much respect. There's 3 Okoboji Pioneers that beat their blocker and still were reaching instead of hitting.
Same formation. I was always taught, don't hit him high, don't hit him low, hit him where it's supposed to go. Here's the snap under center, handoff up the middle, no, cuts it outside to the left. To the near side, stringing it out and getting nowhere. Pioneers defense did a good job getting out wide and not allowing the running back to get that corner.
Well, that's cornerback Jesse Bachman, and he's a wrestler, and what did he do? He dropped down on a single leg. Boy, you'd like to see that, all these guys coming in, instead of going up around the shoulders, drop down below the waist. The object is to get the quarterback on the ground, not get on ESPN, and that's what Bachman did, get him on the ground, showing his wrestler background.
2nd down from the 17-yard line. 6 to go.
I am screaming for a quarterback draw.
5 receiver set this time. A quick screen to the wide receiver out to the far side. It's caught inside the 15 to the 10 and forced out of bounds and hit right as he was going out of bounds as a receiver. Give him about 6 on that passing play. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
Stevie Mowry did a nice job
Oh, they gave him a first down on it. They said he got enough. So first and...
Well, it's going to be goal to goal from about the 10-yard line.
Still no score here. 7:57 to go, first quarter. Okoboji and Cherokee.
And it's not like the Pioneers haven't had their chances to stop them.
One receiver to the near side, two to the far side. Luger takes the snap. Inside give to the running back. Up the middle he goes. He's rung up and dropped at the 5-yard line.
Olsen with the tackle again, went up high. Was able to cow catcher him down.
Second and goal from there.
I've determined it was Regan and Morgan, or is that Madigan? What is that? I think it's Madigan. Is it? I don't know.
You're naming the cheerleaders again?
Well, they got their names on there. It was Morgan. They were dotting the pyramid.
Aha.
Regan and Morgan.
Okay. Everybody at home, write that down. Here we go. Two to the right, one to the left. Running back in the backfield. Here's a snap. Looks to pass and does. A little screen pass to the far side. Hit right away and dropped. Loss on the play.
Now, Okoboji did a little something different that time. Instead of reading and reacting, they brought their inside linebackers. They brought Harms on an A-gap blitz. Forced Luger to get rid of it a little bit too quickly. Okoboji pursuit beat their blockers to the spot, and now we have third and goal from the 9. Loss of 4.
6:45 and counting. Cherokee's had the ball this whole first quarter so far. Has a nice drive going on. See if the Pioneers can make a stop.
Pingle's getting this ball in some way, shape, or form.
Braves need 9. 2 on each side. Man in motion coming from the near side to the far side. There's the snap rolling right. A little flip to Pingle. He catches it, dances inside, and he is stopped short of the goal line.
Oh, boy.
That was Benson. Joe Benson with their catch.
I thought it was Pingle.
But you said he was getting it, so I just went with you.
4th and goal at about a yard and a half. About a yard and a half to go for Cherokee.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
You're going to see your best back behind your best lineman, so I'm guessing Pingle off tackle to the left.
Up to the line, one left.
You got to creep up. Right. Okoboji's linebackers are 3 yards deep in the end zone. They got to creep up.
Here's the inside keeper run, and he's hit at the goal line and stopped.
Wow.
And they keep him out of the end zone. It'll be Okoboji football. They hold on 4th down.
That would be interesting to know if that was actually a design play or if the quarterback was reading that, because he missed the read, giving it to Pingle. He pulled it, and he came back to the left, and they stoned him. Nice way to start a homecoming game, Tim Peterson.
You know, that defense bent. They didn't break. They got good pressure in the backfield. They just got to start making some of those tackles. And that drive wouldn't have lasted that long. But Okoboji with their backs against the wall now.
You know what we like to say, Tim Peterson?
What's that?
They got a long way to go.
And a short time to get there?
Absolutely.
They got plenty of time. 5:43.
That should be 3-5.
The offensive line shifted.
They did a shift.
And the defense moved.
And that's going to be an
encroachment.
Neutral zone infraction on the defense. Nice job by Okoboji with the free 5. That's one of the things. You need to hold your water. If you're Cherokee, and Okoboji tested him right there.
Well, that'll give them a little bit of breathing room. They move it off from the 1 to the 6.
You know what, Tim Peterson?
What's that?
Let's do it again.
Another line shift, you're saying?
Do it again.
Okoboji all tucked in tight. Under center. Wentz gives straight forward and nothing going there.
Gain of about 2. Going to bring up about 2nd and 3.
Let's see, for the Okoboji Pioneers starting offense. We got quarterback Brendan Wentz. That can't be right. No, he's a guard. Wentz, Duval center.
You got Vanderpool as your spin back.
Yeah, Vanderpool.
Quarterback spin back.
Aiden Dom's tight end. Sam Poss is a tackle. Trevor Cookingham on the line as a tackle.
I don't know, but whoever thought that black jerseys with maroon numbers was a good way to go for radio announcers.
Here's a run off the near side.
That looked like Harms on the counter, and he's going to be about a half a yard or a half a foot short.
3rd and short to go. Fullback is Matt Olson. They got Austin Harms and Logan Heller in the backfield. And then, like you said, the spin back Mason Vanderpool. starting offense for the Okoboji Pioneers.
You know what? Do the shift again. Do the shift again. Get a free 5.
3rd and 1 from their own 10-yard line. Pioneers do that shift. Defense shifts with them. Nobody jumps this time. Here's a snap direct. Run off the left side, trying to get a yard, and it's going to be close.
He got it.
I believe he did, and they signal yes, he did. That's a Okoboji Pioneer.
He got
First down.
All right, just keep grinding. You know what, Tim Peterson?
What's that?
We don't have quite as far to go.
That's true. Defense for the Cherokee Braves on the front line is Logan Thorson, Sam Collins, and Colton Happ. Linebacking core, and the rest we'll get to in a moment. All tucked in tight for the Pioneers. This time they come off the near side.
Kick him out.
They got blockers.
Oh!
And one guy slipped in there and got the hit.
And the Pioneer back is clapping his hands because he knew he missed it. If he kicks him out, Harms is still running. But even with that, he picked up a nice 5 yards. Head of the sticks, you're staying on schedule.
Trey Benson, Logan Alexander, Levi Pingle, John Jennis, and Will Luger. Linebacking core, Dax Pierce, Joe Benson, and Jacob Hodgden. Your defensive backs. This time they take it, handoff.
He's
far
got the
side,
corner.
Getting the edge. He gets around the edge across the 20 and forced out of bounds there.
But you know what that is, Tim Peterson?
That's
another first down. Should be.
See where they mark it. They put it at the 22. And that is enough.
Come on. Trust me, Tim.
But now that
Peterson?
I got all the names in, I got to switch to my other glasses because my print on my paper is so small.
Who printed these? This
Yes.
is like ant reading.
Take off my magnifying glasses and put on my other ones. Now I can see the players a bit better. Man in motion. They fake to him. It's a keeper up the middle. And breaking tackles, trying to split it all wide. He's got a defensive back on the outside to get.
Turn back.
Across the 30-35. He cuts it up and busts out across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Nice job by Vanderpool. He broke a couple tackles, and it was so funny. With the way Okoboji runs this, there's so much interference when this play works that the Cherokee cornerback didn't realize where the ball was, and he just kind of let Vanderpool run right by him, and he picked up 20 yards. So now here's Okoboji. They're all the way out to the 43-yard line, starting this drive with their own 1-yard line. 1 minus 43 minus, that's 42 yards they've gained so far, Tim Peterson.
That's good math.
Thank you.
Cherokee had a nice drive to start the game. Now Pioneers trying to put one together themselves. Multiple first downs to run to the far side, cutting it up across the 45 and across to the 50 is Logan Heller.
Heller with 7 more yards, and they're at midfield.
Mark it right, just about an inch shy of the 50.
You know, I don't want to say anything, but coming into this game, Heller's about 250 yards short of 1,000, and we saw him the game over in Sibley, he had 290 plus, almost 300. So if Heller can get rolling here, we might see a 1,000-yard rusher, Tim Peterson.
Shotgun formation. And the confusion in the backfield as everybody acts like they caught it, but it's run up the middle.
Vanderpool with the spin back keeper, and he gains 2. That's going to be 3rd and 1.
Pioneers got 4 guys in the backfield, and everyone acted like they caught the football on the snap, but it was Vanderpool keeping it.
What in the Mighty Ducks movie? What was the thing? They
Black V? Is it the V?
Yeah. That's sort of what it's like. It's like the Mighty Duck formation, you know?
I was supposed to be in the Mighty Ducks 3, but they cut me as an extra.
Oh, come on.
Direct snap right up the middle. Filmed at Cretin-Derham Hall High School. To the 48-yard line.
You went to Cretin-Derham High School?
No, I just went down to be an extra.
Oh.
And then the trophy case was, what's the main actor's name?
What, Emilio Estevez?
Coach, Emilio Estevez. High school picture was hanging in the trophy case, and nobody was around. I said, one of the crews walked by, and I said, I could take that picture. He goes, no, we'd see you. And then he left, and I looked around. There wasn't a person in the hallway. I thought, how are you going to see me?
4th and 1, Tim. 4th and 1. Pioneers obviously are going to go for it. Go on the second sound. Go on the second sound.
Quack.
Quack. Quack.
Up to the line they come. They do a shift. Nobody jumps, but they shift with them.
Go on the second sound.
Here's a direct snap. Heller up the middle.
You know what?
Fighting for it. Boy,
he got it.
He should have.
That's a first down.
If you look at the referee on the near side where he's marking it.
Quite simply, Okoboji just, once again, your best back over your best lineman, and that worked out.
Just some power football by the Pioneers. They move the chains again. Look at the 4th first down on this drive for Okoboji.
You're going to see Okoboji come with that counter pretty quick because they're keying on Heller right now. Watch Harms come back on a counter.
3 to the left of Vanderpool. It's a reverse.
There's the counter to Harms.
Not much room. Harms gets across the 45, and he's met there.
Well, that was a nice job of discipline that time by that cornerback for Cherokee. He didn't go with the flow. He stayed home, and he was able to force Harms back inside. We saw earlier that Vanderpool was able to catch him napping and go down the sidelines for 25.
First quarter here in Milford, Okoboji
kind of
High School.
Quick first quarter.
Both teams have had the ball one time. Okoboji with it now. Still no score. 30 seconds to go. Pioneers up to the line. Sends a man in motion. It's Heller. They fake it to him. Vanderpool keeps it himself. Runs it up off the left side. He's got some room. He's across the 40 and tackled at the 37-yard line.
We got about a 3rd and 2. Nice job by Vanderpool.
They've done a good job tonight, have the Pioneers, getting late 3rd downs.
Tim, that's going to be our quarter.
And they're keeping it where they on 3rd down where they only have short yardage to gate. And they'll have it again here. It's 3rd down, 2 to go at the end of the first quarter. Still no score between Okoboji and Cherokee. Pioneers driving, going for a first down when we return right here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Whether your vehicle has been damaged in an accident or is showing signs of age, you can trust the professional team at Okoboji Motor Company. This is Kenny, manager in the Collision Center, and we are confident that we can have your vehicle looking like new again. We offer the best in auto body repairs. We offer competitive rates and always free estimates. We are backed by our high-quality workmanship and deliver the trust you deserve when it comes to your vehicle. Serving the Iowa Great Lakes and surrounding area for over 40 years. Schedule your appointment today at the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company off Highway 9.
And Cherokee scoreless through 1 quarter of play. I'm Tim Peterson. He's Dr. Ryan Rolk.
Let's see what adjustments Cherokee's going to make on defense. This is eerily similar to the Sheldon game, Tim Peterson. If you remember, where Okoboji was just chunking off yardage, and Sheldon was content that first quarter just to let their linebackers read and react. Then they just decided we're going to do double A gap blitz, try to blow things up, and that really affected how Okoboji's offense ran the rest of the night.
Spirit Lake leading Clarion Goldfield Dow 6-0 after quarter of play. Up to the line, 3rd down. 2 yards to go, they say. Here's a snap to Heller. He's going to keep it. Charge off that right side and should be close, but I think he's got another Okoboji first down.
No, he's short about a yard. That play was confusion from the get-go. But you got 4th and 1.
1 yard out of it. He needed 2, he got 1.
4th and 1, best back over your best lineman. Let's do the flying V. Quack, quack, quack.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying.
I do, Goldberg.
Have you seen him as an adult?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh.
Changed a little, grew up a little bit, you're saying.
Pioneers to the line.
Here we go. Vanderpool takes a snap.
Hand off to Heller. He's going to have it. He might have more.
Got room off the left side of the 30. He's brought down just beyond the 30. A nice 7-yard, give him 8-yard gain on the play, and that's another Okoboji Pioneer first down.
It looked like Heller had a chance to break it, but Pingle came from the outside, and nice hit by Pingle. Nice legal hit. Face mask right in the chest. Heller bounced up. Good play by both guys. But Okoboji now, here we go, Tim Peterson. Drive started at their own 1-yard line. They now have a first down at the 29 of Cherokee. That's like 9s and 1s. That's a hard math.
Driven 70 yards so far. They have set a Receiver out to the left, send a man in motion. They're gonna give it to him. It's Harms cutting it up on the right side. He bounces off the tackler, and he gets to the edge. He's across to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's inside the 5, and he is stopped there and on a big run.
You know what? That was just hard running by Harms. I know Cherokee's going to look at it and say, well, that was poor tackling by us. Cornerback came up, tried to went low. Harms stepped out of the ankle tackle. Then he got busted, but the guy didn't bring his arms to the party. Harms was able to bounce off it and go all the way down for a 21-yard gain.
I had him further than the refs did. They mark it back at the 8.
So here we go. Okoboji, they got goal to go on the 8-yard line.
Up to the line they come. Pioneers looking to score first in this game in the second quarter. Here's the direct snap off the left side. There's a hole, and he gets hit and inside the 5.
Direct snap that time to Heller. Vanderpool carried out his fake, and Heller ripped down to the 2-yard line.
6-yard gain on the play. It'll bring up second and goal from there.
Come on, Boj.
10 minutes to go, right to left. Pioneers trying to punch it in from the 2-yard line. Up to the line they come. Their power running has got them all the way down this field, going for a 99-yard finish the play, finish the drive, and they do. Dancing in the end zone up the middle is Austin Harms for the Okoboji Pioneer touchdown.
I got to tell you, Vanderpool pulled off some fakes, and if you're not reading your key for Cherokee, if you're trying to figure out where the ball's going on that play, you had no idea, because that was some fancy ball handling by Vanderpool, and Harms from the 2-yard line basically went into the end zone untouched. 6-0 Pioneers, PAT upcoming.
Looking for one. The right-footed kicker is ready. The place kicker, the holder on, puts it down. The kick is blasted through the uprights, and the Okoboji Pioneers lead it 7-0 with 9:48 to go in the second quarter. Pioneers will kick off when we return on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
7-0 Okoboji Pioneers with the lead. They'll be kicking off right to left. Former student Lane out there listening, cheering on the Pioneers. Here's the kick to the right side. It's a short floater to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be caught there and run up across the 25 to the 30 to 35. Another nice return. Cut down short just to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Braves will take over.
Cherokee again with wonderful field position to start their second drive of the game.
Well, last time Cherokee had the football, they moved the ball very well. Got it all the way down to the Pioneers 1, and were stopped there. Okoboji goes on a 99-yard drive, gets the first score of the game, and lead it 7-0 with 9:44 to go in the half. Braves split them out, 2 on each side of the pro set. Quarterback Luger gives off the inside handoff. Nothing going there. Hit and dropped. Loss on the play of 4. And they're going to give them a 3-yard loss. Put it at the 35-yard line. Once again, the Pioneers with good pressure into that backfield. Boy, that just looked like a blown play.
Well, what happened, the middle defensive tackle for Okoboji, he was able to get penetration and really on that kind of counter blow that thing up. Nice job.
3 right, 1 left. Fake the give on the inside. Look to pass. They do up the right side. It's a high floater, and it's picked off Back the other way. There's running room to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Okoboji running it in, and they have the football right back on the turnover. And that's the one thing the head coach of Cherokee said they didn't want to do tonight, is turn the ball over.
How many big plays has Jesse Bachman made this year for the Pioneers at cornerback? And that was another one. Picked it off at about the 50 and a return down to the 29.
That pass just too high for the intended receiver, and Bachman playing lookout in that backfield, picked it off.
Pioneers back on offense.
How did you do your football pick'ems this week for on the Lakes News Shopper?
I did not. I got Iowa plus 100.
Yeah, I think you're going to get that bet. Here's a handoff off the right side as Harms. He's hit, and a flag flies in from the backfield. He was dropped around the 20-yard line. We'll wait and see what this flag is.
That was Heller on the sweep, but
Heller,
I think we're going to get holding. Referee Marlo Van Ginkel. He saw somebody tugging on a jersey, so that's the one thing that Okoboji can't have, is getting them off schedule, behind the sticks, and that's definitely going to put them behind the sticks.
I was going to say, if you made your picks, you'd want to know that JCC, Jackson County Central, leading Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial 16-0 after a quarter of play. They'll march the Pioneers backwards on this one.
Yeah, so we got 1st and 20 on the 34. And that time we had Vanderpool as a spin back, faked a couple different handoffs, and he ended up on the keeper, but his hole wasn't there, so he tried to find something to the outside and really was able to go forward, gain about 3, but not what Okoboji needs right now.
2nd down, 17 to go.
Tim, what can I help? How can I help you? I'm a helper, Tim.
Looking for my sponsor sheet. Not sure where I placed it.
Direct snap to Heller.
Off the left side, across the 30.
Gain of about 5.
Found her, boss.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 12.
Well, Pioneers, the penalty hurt them that time. They didn't get any on that opening drive. They still lead at 7-0, trying to go in after an interception. They're on the 27-yard line. It's 3rd and 13. We think IGL Teleconnect.
That's not a good spot to be for this Okoboji offense.
Oh,
and there's absolutely no wind. You look at the flags on the goalposts, and how odd is that at Pioneer Stadium in Southwest Milford?
Up to the line they come. They need 13 on 3rd down, and they give it to the far side, and not anything going on that way as Heller was hit and dropped. Gonna lose yards.
So if you're Okoboji, are you going to try a 47-yard field goal? Are you going to try to punt it, pin them deep? Or are you going to go for it on 4th and, 16?
15, 16, yep. And they look over to the bench, it looks like.
Oh, boy. I would really think about, you're only if you kick it in the end zone, you're only going to gain 9 yards. I don't know if Harms has a leg to drill it from 47. This looks like the right call to me.
Up to the line, they're going to go for it. Shotgun snap, keeper Vanderpool looks, the pass spins around, man open downfield, it's a sideline, incomplete pass. Boy, laying out was the receiver, but just couldn't get it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The ball goes back to the Braves. That was almost a sensational grab.
Yeah, Schlachter did a nice job, and he ran that pattern to the sticks. If he would have been able to stay in bounds, that would have been a 1st down, but unfortunately Vanderpool, getting a little pressure, had to throw it, let him a little bit too far outside. Okoboji's not able to take advantage of that turnover as Cherokee tightens their chin straps, bows their necks, and stops Okoboji on downs.
One to the right, one to the left for Cherokee. The pitch to the running back out of the backfield. Comes to the near side trying to get that edge. No, he's caught at the edge. Dives forward, he'll gain a yard on the carry.
Once again, they ran a sweep to Jesse Bachman's side at cornerback, and he just did not give up leverage. Didn't allow him to go up the field, just strung that thing out, and the pursuit came and held him to a 2-yard gain.
Pingle the carrier. 6:05 and counting. First half. Okoboji with 7-0 lead. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Luger takes a snap, rolls to the far side, looks to pass. No, now will tuck it and cut up, and he's hit and dropped. Loss on the play. Number 60 for the Pioneers.
That was Pass, and you had Olson, and that time they didn't do grabby. They both put their shoulders into him, dropped him. And what do we got a conference right now?
I didn't see a flag unless they picked it up already.
No, it looks like they're talking about something that happening to the Pioneers. They're going to give Cherokee a free 15 here.
Cherokee was clapping their hands after hearing what the referees were saying. As of right now, the officials just kind of looking like they're dance fever doing the
well, you know, whoever they called it on, I can understand it because it was kind of an RPO type action. You don't really know if the quarterback's going to keep it. You don't know if he's going to pass it, but you can't hold on to the receiver regardless of what you think he's doing.
Well, they announced it, they pointed, and they're still conferencing at the 28. Now they'll march it upfield. That'll be enough.
Holy moly, is this a spot foul?
All the way across.
They just gave him that's a 20-yard penalty.
All the way up to the 48-yard line. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Wow.
Well, 1st and 10, 5:47 to go. Cherokee at midfield. They're on their own, we'll see, their own 48-yard line. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Luger takes a snap. Now an inside give. Charging forward. Hit right at the 50-yard line and brought down.
Penalties have not been Okoboji's friend tonight.
Couple of tough ones here. That ball just across the 50 as Pingle.
20 yards on defensive holding? Wow.
2nd down.
Somebody better come out here and cover this slot.
And here they come.
Mowry checks, gets back out here on him.
Luger with 1 in the backfield, 2 right, 1 left, takes a snap. Look, option, he'll keep it himself, run up the middle. He's hit right away, but he'll chug forward and get a few on that carry.
Matt also did a great job of keeping leverage, forced him to turn it up inside, and he was in on the tackle. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for Cherokee at Okoboji's 46-yard line.
7-0. Pioneers leading it here, homecoming night. I said Lane, former student, was listening in and happy, but he missed me saying that, so cheer a little louder, Lane. Pioneers need you. 3rd and 4, looking to pass. Pressure coming, throwing downfield. It's up for grabs, and it is incomplete. No flags all the way down to the 10-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down.
I know that was incomplete. What an arm for this Luger kid. Holy moly. He ripped that 40 yards down the field, and it was a tight spiral. Schlachter with a nice job. Lucky that he jumped up, knocked it away. I thought they maybe were going to call him because he didn't find the ball, but
he had his back turned, but I don't know that he made much contact.
I would agree with that. And that's what we're going with, Tim Peterson.
They're going to go for it. Also, the Braves are 4th down, 4 yards to go, 3 to right, 1 left.
Watch them running Luger on this Pingle on this drag.
It's a pass. Here he comes across the middle, and it is nearly picked off. Boy, it went over the hands of one defensive back, past the receiver, and into the belly of another defensive back, but he just couldn't hang on to it.
It was the old tip drill. It went through, Vanderpool tipped it. It went through Hodgdon's hands for Cherokee, and if they would have left it alone, Mowry would have had a pick 6, but the tip, and it just hit him in a bad spot, and but Okoboji takes over. But if Mowry catches that, it's a foot race down the sideline, and I think he might win it.
And he would have had Vanderpool ahead of him to block as a lead blocker.
If ifs and buts, Tim Peterson,
ifs
and buts.
Okoboji to take over, 1st and 10 from their own 46. 7-0, Pioneers leading. 2nd quarter. Here's the handoff off the far side, hit right away and dropped. Loss on the play.
That was once again, they had a little problem on the exchange. Heller ran into Harms and kind of slowed down his momentum, and Pioneers again are off schedule behind the sticks.
Those Harms with the carry. Loss of 1, second down, 11 to go from the Okoboji 45 now.
7-0, 3:55 to go in this second quarter. Pioneers leading.
Receiver to the right. The snap, Vanderpool.
Oh, there he is!
He had him open on the far side, comes near side, and dropped, but a defensive pass interference is going to be called. 2 flags come in, and we might get another penalty on top, but you're right, that far side receiver was wide open.
I know it's a design play, but oh my goodness, with Ethan Schlachter was not within the same zip code of anybody from Cherokee. Oh my goodness, we both saw that at the snap, Tim
we
Peterson.
Did.
What are they calling here?
I think they got defensive pass interference. And then
what are they calling here? Are they calling personal foul, late hit? Targeting? What are they calling? Pass interference? Well, I got to be honest. I didn't see it.
2 flags came in on it. The crowd for Cherokee that we can hear right underneath.
Maybe there was a tug of the jersey as he was going out in his pattern, but I didn't see it when the ball got there. But you know what, Tim Peterson?
That's a first down.
We'll take it.
1st and 10 from the Cherokee 39-yard line. Okoboji leading by 7, trying to get in with 3:44 to go before the half. Man in motion. They give it to him. Tries to get around that edge. Cuts it up. Not much going at the 40-yard line, 39, and he's going to be hit and stopped there. That was
gain of a half yard. That was Harms
on the carry. Yep.
On the sweep.
No gain.
So you didn't go to Cretin-Durham Hall. Where'd you go?
For high school?
Yeah.
Bloomington Kennedy.
You what? Bloomington Kennedy?
Yes, my high school graduation was in the old Met Center where the North Stars once played.
And your rival is what, Jefferson?
Yes, sir. Here's a snap. Looking to pass. Vanderpool throws it right side. Man down there. There's coverage, and it's knocked out of bounds. Incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd down. I used to rollerblade around the Mall of America when they were building it. That dates myself a little bit.
You go to IKEA?
I've never been there because that's they took out where the Met was. So kind of.
There you go. It's a silent protest. And
it is.
And your protest, you're sending a message to them. I think it's going to hurt them.
I think they might be done for.
I think it's going to hurt them.
Some assembly might be required.
3rd and 9.
Pioneers.
Cherokee's 39-yard line.
They line them up. It's Vanderpool handing off and run up the middle. Some good yards and breaking through. And that should be enough for a Pioneer first down. It was Heller on the run.
Heller with the sweep to the left side. They were in that tight formation. He planted his foot in the ground, turned it quickly upfield, ripped off 11 yards. Huge first down for Okoboji as we're under 3 minutes to go in this second quarter.
They needed 10 and got 11 on the run. 1st and 10, 27 Pioneers trying to put up some more points before the half. The snap to Vanderpool. He spins around, hands it off. Heller again up the middle. Cuts it back to the near side.
That's actually Harms who ripped off about 5. They've with 26 and 23, hard to see.
It is.
He did a nice job of following Matt Olson up into the hole and cut it back across the grain. Got it 5, close to 6.
It just wouldn't be proper of me to say the running back with an H for a last name, would it? So we'll say 2nd down, 4 yards to go from the 21-yard line. Harms and Heller, the running backs. Numbers are different by 3. It's Heller in motion, but it's a keeper by Vanderpool up the middle. Splits up left side, and he is in.
That's a touchdown.
21-yard rush, no flags on the play, and the Pioneers have taken a 13-0 lead over Cherokee.
Okoboji overlap. They were unbalanced to the right. Cherokee never adjusted when they faked that sweep. Vanderpool brought it back across the grain, and there was nobody home. And he went in untouched. What was that? 21 yards. Pioneers take a 13-0 lead. PAT upcoming.
Big run of the Okoboji Pioneers. They get in before the half. 2:05 remains. 13-0 the score.
Drive started, stopping Cherokee on 4th down. Okoboji was the beneficiary of a timely pass interference penalty against Cherokee to keep the drive alive, but the PAT is blocked, so we're going 13-0 with 2:05 to go in the second quarter.
Pioneers will be kicking off when we return here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High-quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery, Highway 71 North Milford, and online at ccscreenprint.com. Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Pingle on the return, breaks a tackle. He's across the 35 to the 40. Finally dropped at the 45-yard line. A nice kick. What a better return by Cherokee, who trail 13-0 here on Q102. Tim Peterson, Dr. Ryan Rolk.
And the Okoboji coaches have got to be wanting to pull their hair out, because you work on tackling every single day, and that's about the 15th time we've seen a Pioneer player go above the shoulder pads to try to make a tackle. That time it was 2 Pioneers who had Pingle in their sights, and you're not going to be able to bring this kid down like that.
They mark it officially down at the 46-yard line. A nice return. Cherokee trying to get on the board before the end of the first half. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Luger barks it out, takes a handoff, rolls to his left, and the play is going to be blown dead.
Yeah, they had the slot back on the far side of the field. He started rolling a little too quickly. He was anticipating the snap count. And what's interesting, Okoboji right now on defense, they're not playing catch and receive. They're bringing Harms from his inside linebacker spot on a blitz. They're just not content to play prevent right now.
False start is the call. Marching back 5 yards. Now the ball's on the 41. It'll be 1st and 15 from there. Here come the Braves up to the line. And a little bit of wait here. Now they signal go ahead and let's play. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. The snap. They fake the inside give, looking to pass over the middle. Nothing there. Pressure. Oh, now he flips it to the back as he was going down. And ball comes loose, but Cherokee jumps all over it. It was a fumble. They jump on it at the 40-yard line. It'll stay with the Braves.
Luger, Wentz had him wrapped up. Luger, he's a good athlete.
He is
He
strong.
was able to flip it out to Pingle, but then was that Bachman who knocked that ball loose? 2nd and 17 for Cherokee at their own 39-yard line.
Under 1:40 to go here, first half. Pioneers lead by 13. Up to the line come the Braves. 2 left, 2 right. Luger looks over the defense and barks it out. Claps his hands, takes the snap, fakes the give, looks to pass, throws it the running back out of the backfield. Pingle has it, the 40 to the 45 to the 50 to the 45 to the 40. Breaking tackles to the 35 to the 30. Still breaking tackles, plowing it all the way down to the Okoboji 25-yard line. Pingle with a huge catch and run.
Tim, that's the first play of the game that we saw, and I told you we're going to see that again, and that's what they ran right there. And once again, Okoboji's trying to tackle the ball instead of tackling the man, and gave him another 20 yards. Cherokee only has 1 timeout, if you remember. They burned 2 in the first quarter.
Up to the line they come. 1:06 to go when they snap it. Rolling to his right is Luger, looking to pass, throwing it, and it is picked off! Okoboji with another interception across the 10 to the 20 and pushed out of bounds. An interception by Ethan Schlachter.
Schlachter had that all the way as Luger was trying to hit the slot going down the seam. Schlachter had that from the word go and almost baited him into it and just stepped right in front and picked it off. Huge play by Schlachter.
How many times tonight has the Okoboji defense come up big when they needed to stop?
You know what? They've girded their loins, bowed their necks, and they've strapped on their chin strap and made a big play.
57 seconds to go in the first half.
A couple of times, Tim Peterson.
Thank you. They've done a great job. They have them broke and come up with a couple of Turnovers.
Don't get cute. Do the flying V. Let's go quack, quack, quack. Kill this clock going with a lead.
Give to Heller. Runs it off the right side.
That's a good way to kill some clock right there. Heller's got the chance to break these.
Pioneers got to do one more play, but the Braves are sitting on a timeout.
I'm thinking you might see them come back with that little counter with Vanderpool as a spin back, see if you can pop one again. And otherwise, be happy to go in 13-0.
Just hold on to that football. Here's the snap. Vanderpool fakes it. He's looking to pass. Receiver open right side. He slowed his route, but he's going to have it go off his hands. He had it into the Cherokee territory right around the 35-yard line and just couldn't hang on to it.
He looked sort of like a little setter in volleyball as he was
setting it. Yes. He didn't grab it.
You want to catch with your hands, but it kind of caught him off stride there. Interesting call by Okoboji, but you know what? You got to give credit to the coaches. They're feeling pretty confident. Let's take a hit.
I think that was Schlechter, their intended receiver.
I'm not sure who it was.
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not sure either.
3rd and 5, 21 seconds to go. That stopped the clock. Here they hand it off, coming out of the backfield across the 30 to 35, making some men miss as he finally is brought down.
Harm's got a first down on that.
Well, I think. Well, they stopped the clock to move the chains.
Stop the clock to move the chains. You got 14 seconds left. Okoboji's got all sorts of timeouts. Let's just see if they're going to let this clock run and go in. And I
looks like they are.
I think they're going to be content.
No, timeout. Okoboji with 10 seconds to go. They might put some time back on this clock, too. 4 seconds ran off before they stopped it.
Don't know if I'd be passing here if you're Okoboji, but I'd like to see him come back with that what they scored that touchdown on the last time.
13-0 Okoboji with the lead. Let's hear from a few of our sponsors. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnold's Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers!
Enjoy a taste of the islands at Snapper's Turtle Bay Cafe at Parks Marina. We're open daily at 11 with delicious island-style entrees and daily specials that include a local favorite island tacos, a close second to the lobster mac and cheese, or maybe you prefer the Boathouse burger, seared ahi tuna salad, or Cuban sliders. Join us at Snapper's, open daily at 11 for lunch and dinner all year long.
13-0 Okoboji leading. They have the football, but they are in their own territory at their own 37-yard line. See what Okoboji will decide to do here with.
Wow, they're going to put 10 seconds on the clock. I thought he called that at 13, but.
Well, there's 14 when they moved the sticks, and lost a few seconds. That's what we thought they were just going to send it to halftime. Instead, they call a timeout, but they lost 4 seconds there. So hopefully that doesn't end up factoring into anything here for Okoboji. Here they come up the line. They got a receiver far right.
Cherokee's got 2 safeties really deep. This would be a chance where you might be able to pop a guy free, and that's what Okoboji was trying to do right there.
They did. There's movement on that far side. The receiver was moving. He lined up in the wrong spot. He lined up offsides and then backpedaled quickly.
It was interesting because they went to a little different look, kind of spread them out, and Cherokee is dropping guys, so that really gives you an opportunity to pop something free, and Okoboji had it, but.
So if it's a legal procedure and the play was blown dead, shouldn't there still be 10 seconds on the clock?
There should be 10 seconds on the clock because it was dead. It was a.
Clock says 8.
You know what? You get what you pay for.
Here they come up to the line, 1st and 15, and now they'll stop
Referee
it again.
Marlo Van Ginkel, he knows that there should be 10, and he's going over to the box and saying, put 10 on the clock.
I should mention that
Marlo knows what's up.
Tommy, our buddy Tommy.
Tommy Rulin?
Yes, sir.
How is Tommy Rulin?
Well, he had a massive heart attack there at they had a away game.
That's Sibley.
Sibley was back out at the football field Friday that week. Doctors checked him out, said, we can't find anything wrong. You're good to go. Get back out there, buddy. Gave him a pat on the back and said, get to work. And he did exactly that. Boy, that guy works a lot. Good to hear, though, that he's doing fine. Run up the middle, just a power run. Nothing going to happen here except for the time on the clock will run out. Matt Olson on the carry, and that'll do it for the first half. Well, nice first half for the Okoboji Pioneers. They lead it 13-0 with 13 points scored in that second quarter. Nice first half for the Okoboji Pioneers. That'll bring us to our halftime show. We'll talk some stats a little bit, let you know who scored for the Pioneers and how we got to the score we got. Not a lot of stats to give off, but a couple scores that we'll talk about at halftime. We'll also hear from Kurt Karstens. We were talking with him at the halftime. We also have a halftime report by Scott Nolte. All that coming up in our halftime show, which is brought to you by Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center.
Your vehicle has been damaged in an accident or is showing signs of age, you can trust the professional team at Okoboji Motor Company. This is Kenny, manager in the Collision Center, and we are confident that we can have your vehicle looking like new again. We offer the best in auto body repairs. We offer competitive rates and always free estimates. We are backed by our high-quality workmanship and deliver the trust you deserve when it comes to your vehicle. Serving the Iowa Great Lakes and surrounding area for over 40 years. Schedule your appointment today, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company off Highway 9.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
This kid's name, and then he didn't hear it. He's like, "We can say it." I said it again.
I'm watching, I guess.
Halftime here in Milford. 13-0 Okoboji leading at Cherokee in their homecoming night. And Matthew Grisham and I were talking before the game, and he's a former student. He's our videographer this evening, and we're trying to guess the last time Okoboji won a homecoming, and it's been a while, and maybe only, twice we figured out since 2002. We were guessing or something, but they have the lead here, and they're playing well. It's been a while. It hasn't happened a lot. Yeah, it's a straight guess there. But Okoboji up 13-0 here at the half. Here's how they got there in that second quarter. No scoring in that first quarter. Then Okoboji just into the second quarter. 9:48 was remaining in the quarter when Heller took it in for 2 yards. Extra point was good. Okoboji led 7-0. Then the Pioneers got a big run from Vanderpool. Ran at 21 yards. Extra point was blocked. Okoboji had a 13-0 lead. They got a couple interceptions in that first half. Also forced a fumble, but couldn't get the recovery on it. The defense has stood tall, also making stops on fourth down against Cherokee. Offense and defense playing pretty good here so far for the Okoboji Pioneers. They lead it, like I said, 13-0 at the half. I'd like to thank Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, State Farm Insurance Agent Scott Troutman and Northwest Bank for sponsoring high school football here on Q102. We're going to get to hearing from Kurt Karstens. Boy, he did some nice things recently, and I'm sure they're going to talk about that in the interview coming up. We also have the halftime report by Scott Nolte. All that coming up here momentarily on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com. But at the half, Okoboji Pioneers, a little bit of a surprise, leading 13-0 over Cherokee here. Homecoming night in Okoboji. Let's get to that halftime report. It's coming up, as well as an interview, like I said, with Kurt Carstens of Carstens Financial Group. That interview is coming up next.
Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Joining us now here at halftime as Okoboji battling Cherokee for this homecoming football game is Kurt Carstens. And Kurt is from Carstens Financial Group, our presenting sponsor of our Explore Okoboji live video coverage tonight. And Kurt, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Hey, happy to be on, and happy we've finally got some cooler weather to deal with also.
No doubt about that. And, we just want to thank you for being the presenting sponsor of our Explore Okoboji live video feed tonight. And, how are things going there at Carstens Financial Group?
Yeah, it's a busy fall for sure. Lots of stuff going on in the world and our country and the economy, and so we get lots and lots of questions all the time. So we're busy, which is exactly the way we want it.
Let's talk a little Okoboji sports here. Fantastic season. What's different from this year to last year? I love seeing the fans back in the stands.
That's a huge thing. Last year, and thankfully here in this part of the country, and then with the local school administrations, not only Okoboji, but Spirit Lake, Harris Lake Park, and everybody up here in Northwest Iowa. Last fall, we were able to get people to the, football stadiums, cross-country meets, and then gradually through volleyball and basketball toward the end of the season, we got finally to that point where we had the no restriction attendance, and let it be up to people's personal choice on whether they felt safe attending or not. But there's no question that the energy levels are way higher this year, all the way around, and especially college sports as well.
Oh, you bet. And, Okoboji sports so active in football, volleyball, cross-country. They have a nice collaboration with Spencer, girls swimming, and everything that is going on. It's good to see all these athletes participating.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you folks have done a great job of promoting, too. Okoboji is definitely seeing success on the boys and girls cross-country sides with both teams rated, and they should see some individuals, if not, actual teams head to the state meet this fall. So that's very exciting. And then I was looking at the calendar here at the end of the month. Middle school basketball practices start already. So it's like, holy cow, basketball is just right around the corner.
Yeah, it just goes one sport to the next. And, before you know it, we're going to hit postseason sports here for the fall. So it goes by fast. And, you mentioned basketball. This is a nice transition because I saw some dates for your Arnold's Park Throwback Night. Looks like you guys are going to do that again this year.
Yeah, we're excited. Shane Hoffman and I kind of ran with that last year. Some folks that approached Shane about, trying to honor some of the old Arnold's Park days when Arnold's Park and Milford consolidated into the Okoboji School District. And we threw that together. We raised some funds. We actually got old throwback uniforms representing the Arnold's Park High School days and had a really fun night, but it was just right in the middle of, the COVID restrictions. So really only parents were allowed to attend last year's event. So we're really excited for this year's event. It'll be Friday, December 10th at Okoboji, and I think on the schedule is George Little Rock that night. So again, another school district that's had some consolidations, and it's a tribute to these smaller schools that don't necessarily exist individually anymore, but there's tons and tons of alumni around, and so both boys and girls teams are wearing throwbacks. The coaches are dressed in purple and white, and we'll have some giveaways and just to kind of to remember the old Arnold's Park days through the current school.
Yeah, that is going to be a fun night. Looking forward to that. Now, Kurt, if they have questions or they want more information about that night, how can they get in touch with either you or whoever is planning that?
Yeah, I've probably been the contact person on that, and they can sure reach out to me at my office, 332-5960, and we can talk more about the event if anybody's willing to donate funds or has some items that they'd maybe like to display or anything like that. But it'll be a fun night, and the kids were kind of excited. Anytime a kid gets to wear a different uniform than what they normally do, they always like that. And we didn't do the way back throwback days of skirts for the girls and whatnot. But no, it's just a really fun evening.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night, and looking forward to that on December 10th. And Kurt, once again, thank you so much for being our presenting sponsor of our homecoming game tonight on the Explore Okoboji live video, and thanks for being a part of the area and supporting local athletes and the local school district.
Absolutely. Let's go get them, Pioneers.
All right, that is Kurt Carstens with Carstens Financial Group, our presenting sponsor of our live video feed tonight. We'll come back with your second half right after this.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
It is halftime for Week 7 of the Iowa High School football season. I'm Scott Nolte with your halftime report. Back to your second half right after this. Let's take a look at the high school schedule for tonight, Week 7. Plenty of games and a lot of homecoming games as well, including in Spirit Lake homecoming as the Indians take on Clary and Goldfield Dows. That game on KUOO. Okoboji has their homecoming against Cherokee. That is on Q102, but also on our Explore Okoboji live video feed, thanks to our presenting sponsor for that live video feed, Karsten's Financial Group. On Y100, Emmetsburg is at Ridgeview. Other matchups tonight, big one in Spencer. It's the Tigers homecoming as they take on Webster City. Esterville Lincoln Central is at OABCIG. West Sioux at Sibley Cheaton. It's homecoming in Hartley as HMS takes in. Sioux Central is at Western Christian. Pocahontas area at Southeast Valley. 8-man football going on tonight. West Bend Mallard at Harris Lake Park. GTRA at Bishop Garrigan. With all that said, the Iowa High School Athletic Association put out the playoff standings after Week 6. And we start off in 8-player District 2. And right now you've got Harris Lake Park on top of the district with a district mark of 3-1, right there with GTRA, but HLP won the head-to-head. After that, it's Northwest Kensett and Bishop Garrigan at 2-2, West Bend Mallard and North Iowa at 2-3, Fort Dodge St. Edmund at 1-3. In Class A, District 1, Hartley Melvin Sanborn leading the district at 4-0. South O'Brien second at 3-1. Akron Westfield 2-2. Altaria 3-2. Galen Catholics 2-2. Hinton is 1-3. MMCRU 0-5. In 1A District 1, West Sioux is 3-0. Western Christian and Emmetsburg 2-1. Sioux Central and Ridgeview 1-2. Sibley Cheaton 0-3. In 2A District 1, West Lyon atop right now at 3-0 in the district. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, Unity Christian, and Sheldon 2-1. Cherokee and Okoboji 0-3. In 2A District 2, Southeast Valley atop 3-0. Then it's Esterville Lincoln Central and OABCIG at 2-1. Spirit Lake and Pocahontas area at 1-2. But Spirit Lake would be in that 4th spot because the head-to-head win over Pocahontas area. And then Clary and Goldfield Downs at 0-3. In Class 4A, a little bit different. They go by the RPI, and you got Spencer at number 11 in the RPI at 5-1 overall. Webster City is number 12 in the RPI at 4-2. The next week and a half should be fun to see how things play out as we get towards the end of the regular season with playoffs coming up here in a couple weeks. Don't forget, after all the games are done tonight, to tune into the Iowa High School Scoreboard Show. That is on KUOO. Scores and highlights from across the state. It starts at 10 o'clock. They use the Radio Iowa football poll for their rankings, and that's the rankings I'll give to you right now. In 8-player, Montezuma is number 1. Remsen St. Mary's number 4. In Class A, West Hancock is number 1. In 1A, Van Meter is number 1. West Sioux coming in at number 6. 2A, Southeast Valley number 1. OABCIG number 4, Esterville Lincoln Central 5, West Lyon 6, Spirit Lake number 9. In 3A, Harlan number 1, Boyden Hall Rock Valley number 3, Humboldt number 5, Sergeant Bluff Luton number 8, Algona 10. In 4A, North Scott is number 1, and in 5A football, number 1 team is Cedar Rapids Kennedy. High school schedule for tomorrow, a couple of volleyball tournaments. The Harris Lake Park team has their volleyball tournament tomorrow, and Esterville Lincoln Central and West Bend Mallard at the North Iowa tournament. The college football schedule for tomorrow. American Rivers Conference. Central at Coe. Dubuque visits Nebraska Wesleyan. Simpson is home to Luther. And Loris at Wartburg. Great Plains Athletic Conference. Briar Cliff at Midland. Doane at Dakota Wesleyan. Concordia at Jamestown. Mount Marty at Dort. And Morningside visits Hastings. We go to the Big Ten Conference tomorrow, and a big matchup in Iowa City. Number 3 Iowa is at home against number 4 Penn State. You can listen to it on KUOO, pregame at 1 o'clock, kickoff at 3 o'clock. Other matchups in the Big Ten, Maryland at Ohio State, Michigan State at Rutgers, Wisconsin at Illinois, and number 9 Michigan at Nebraska for a 6:30 start. In the Big 12, only 3 games, including the Red River Showdown at the Cotton Bowl. It'll be Oklahoma versus Texas, 11 a.m. start tomorrow. West Virginia at Baylor, TCU at Texas Tech, Iowa State is off this weekend. Missouri Valley Football Conference. Northern Iowa visits North Dakota State. That starts at 1 o'clock. North Dakota at South Dakota, and Southern Illinois at South Dakota State. Pioneer Conference, Drake will be home to Dayton. That kicks off at noon in Des Moines tomorrow. And going to Sunday in the NFL, the Minnesota Vikings will be home to the Detroit Lions. Listen to it on Extreme Country 105.7, pregame at 11, kickoff at noon. I'm Scott Nolte bringing you the halftime report for Week 7. Back to your second half right after this.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
Leading 13-0 over Cherokee after a couple of touchdown runs for the Pioneers and some good defense that they played in the first half. We'll get to the second half action momentarily. It is homecoming night here in Milford, and the Pioneers have the lead. Like I said, 13-0. I'm Tim Peterson. We'll be back with the second half when we return here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Your vehicle has been damaged in an accident or is showing signs of age, you can trust the professional team at Okoboji Motor Company. This is Kenny, manager in the Collision Center, and we are confident that we can have your vehicle looking like new again. We offer the best in auto body repairs. We offer competitive rates and always free estimates. We are backed by our high-quality workmanship and deliver the trust you deserve when it comes to your vehicle. Serving the Iowa Great Lakes and surrounding area for over 40 years. Schedule your appointment today, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company off Highway 9.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames in the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold's Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold's Park. Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Activities.
For Okoboji Pioneers leading 13-0. Some other scores around the area at halftime. Spirit Lake leading Clarion Goldfield 20-6. Halftime, Emmetsburg trailing Ridgeview 13-0. And Jackson County Central up 30-0 over Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial.
JCC?
The JCC.
Yeah, you know me.
I'm down with the JCC.
Hey, yeah, you know me.
That was your dollar dance song, wasn't it? Your wedding?
Absolutely.
That would be about the worst one you could pick.
You like that one, didn't you, Tim Peterson?
Cherokee to kick off second half as Okoboji won the coin flip at the beginning of the game and deferred. It'll be left to right on your radio dial. Dr. Ryan Rook with us. And it is high school football on Q102. Cherokee in the white jerseys, black helmets once again kicking off left to right to Okoboji. Pioneers wearing their black jerseys with maroon numbers and helmets.
It'd be great if a little Joel Salmon broke another 95-yarder like we saw the last time we were here at Okoboji Stadium, Pioneer Field.
I think you haven't made a prediction correct yet tonight. Let's hopefully you get one right
Come
here.
on. Every blind squirrel finds a nut.
Kickoff left to right, and it's a short one. It's going to come to about the 30-yard line and land. It's going to be picked up there, and trying to get a return on it was Austin Harms. He is stopped at the 30-yard line, but good field position to start for the Okoboji Pioneers. They've had worse in this game. They started on their own one after making a fourth down stop.
When they had it on their one, what'd they do with that possession?
Let's go all the way.
Boom.
Let's go all the way. We're going to make old school
99
reference.
Luftballons. What are you doing? Why are you touching me?
On your shoulder there. I was helping you out. Roll code, sorry.
Why are you touching me?
13-0, Okoboji lines it up right to left. Send a man in motion. They fake it to him. Vanderpool keeps it as it spins around, goes to the right, and goes nowhere. Hit right away and dropped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you can see an adjustment right off the bat that Cherokee is doing. They're starting to do what Sheldon did, and they brought heat from their inside linebackers right on the first play of this second half.
Second half brought to you by Consumers Lumber Company, the Hut Bar and Grill, of course, Karsten's Financial Group, and Okoboji Schools. To the line they come. Everybody grouped in tight. One receiver just barely split out to the left. The snap and the run to the right side up the middle, and good yardage.
That's
going to
be. Oh,
a flag comes in
no!
across the 40 to the 40-yard, across the 45 to the 40, and finally brought down just inside the 40, mark him at the 36-yard line of Cherokee, but a flagging flying in out of the Cherokee backfield.
You know what? Matt Olson he stoned this guy. Are they going to call holding on 34? That's terrible. He was locked up with him, and he pancaked him.
Well,
Come on.
It looks like they are marching it back. It is against the Pioneers.
Come on. The penalties have just killed Okoboji tonight.
They haven't had a lot. They just had bad ones.
Well, hopefully this isn't another 20-yard holding penalty.
Well, from where he gained, marching it back, it's going to be at least 20.
Come on.
Ball was on the 31. Now they march it all the way back, and the Pioneers will have it on the 33.
Well, hold it. They had a 2nd and 9, and now they have a 2nd and 7. So it's a spot foul, and you go.
Yep, go back from there.
Oh, my goodness. I don't understand the high school rules, but
so gain of 2.
I trust that Marlo Van Ginkel does.
Gain of 2. Pioneers do a shift, and it's an illegal. As they snapped it, they had 2 guys moving.
Okoboji tried to go second sound, and it fooled themselves. That's where we talk about being a disciplined football team.
Back-to-back penalties.
Being disciplined. Don't jump off sides. Be able to go on the second sound.
Keep your dauber up.
Don't let your dauber get down. You don't want your dauber down. How many times have we told Matthew Grisham not to let your dauber down?
Oh, lots off the air.
If I had a nickel.
Up to the line they come. Send a man in motion. They pitch it to him. It's Heller off the far side. Breaks a tackle.
Heller's got room.
Secondary in across the 50-yard line and finally brought down inside Braves territory. No flags on the play. That's an Okoboji Pioneer. First down.
You know, that time, once again, Cherokee did a nice job defensively. They should have had that stopped at the line of scrimmage. But quite frankly, in the simplest terms, Heller trucked that kid. He trucked him.
27-yard gain.
What are you doing now, Tim Peterson?
I'm getting my exercises in. Don't worry about it.
Goodness gracious.
Focus on the game.
Come on.
I got a little excited. I dropped my phone. We're okay.
Is that a euphemism?
I don't know what that means. Here's the snap. Vanderpool rolls to the right, looks to pass, pump fakes a couple times. Now steps back and does throw it, and it's dropped. Another incomplete pass.
That's about the third time tonight that Vanderpool has hit his receiver right in the hands, but is not able to complete the play. Vanderpool's got kind of a nice little arm. He put a little sauce on that one. A little sauce. It was a little saucy, Tim Peterson.
Maybe a little too saucy. You got to lighten up on the spices.
What is that? What is that? Do you hear that?
Yeah, we got a bad cord here. We're getting a little static.
Is it the Henway?
It is the Henway. Here's a handoff off the right side, and another nice run, and breaking into the secondary, and finally brought down just around the 30-yard line, a 15-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, Heller is running hard at the start of this second half.
I got my far-sided glasses on. I got to get my near-sided ones on.
What is the Henway?
Well, about 3-4 pounds. Just depends on how big you let them get. It's kind of like a hammer fur.
You're with me, Tim Peterson.
I am. I know dad jokes. Here's the handoff on the far side, and it's time it's Harms running it.
They have found something on the right side of their line. Okoboji has found something on the right side of the line that they like, and they have been taking advantage of it. Now, if you're Okoboji, what are we going to see? Come right, counter back to the left, because Cherokee's starting to load up a little bit.
A lot of ground and pound for the Pioneers.
Once again, they're unbalanced to the right, and Cherokee's not shifting over.
2nd and 5 from the 25, the snap, and they give. Heller up the middle. He's got room. He's plowing into that secondary again, and another big gain.
I mean, I can say this because the Cherokee coaches aren't next to us, but Okoboji's unbalanced to the right, and they're so outnumbered, there's just natural gaps right there, and Cherokee hasn't figured it out. Shh, don't say anything.
A 14-yard gain down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Matthew Grisham, don't you say something.
Matthew talks a lot, too, off air.
You know what I like to call him? The Okoboji good luck charm.
That's true. He's videoed one other game so far, and the Pioneers have won it. He's going to be asking for more from the Okoboji faithful to keep filming. Yes, sir. Show me the money. Here's a handoff at the counter on the right side, and a short gain this time for...
Now, the difference that time, they gained 2. The difference that time, they went up in a balanced formation. They weren't unbalanced, and Cherokee was able to play the numbers game. They still got 2 yards, but, boy.
That was Heller on the carry. What's a hammer for? You know that one?
Pound and nails?
That's right. The other one I know, similar to that, I cannot tell on air.
We'll talk after after the game.
They stack him in 2nd and 9 from the 2nd and 9. Got to be 2nd and 8. Here's one off the left side. It's not going to matter.
Oh, that's Olsen
plowing into the end zone. A stiff arm and touchdown.
Was that a face mask? Heck yes, that was a face mask.
And flags fly after he goes into the end zone. But Matt Olsen with a power run and a great stiff arm to finish it off.
Wow, they did a double counter on that, and they came back with Matt Olsen running the ball, and that's a face mask in the end zone, and that was blatant. You can't do that. You can't do that, Tim Peterson.
Remember that TV show Nickelodeon? You can't do that on television?
You know, Tim, I got to be honest with you. No, I don't.
Well, you can't do that on the football field.
Nickelodeon?
Way back. You were probably in college or beyond when that show was pretty popular.
So are they going to do this on the PAT, or are they going to do it on the kickoff? Oh, we're going to do it on the PAT, so you're going to have it at the...
We're probably going to go for 2.
About that. It should be half the distance, so yeah, you got it. You think you're going to go for 2. Absolutely you're going to go for 2. 19-0 Pioneers. 2-point conversion upcoming.
They had an extra point blocked earlier, so they're looking to get those points back right here. Up to the line come the Pioneers,
unbalanced.
Going for 2. Heavy to the right. They run it to the right. Plowing his way in for the 2-point conversion.
Boy, oh boy.
Heller.
Cherokee, the head coach, is going to see. It's tough to see from the ground level, but he's going to watch this game film and think, what are we doing, boys? They are just outgunned on that, and they went back that heavy formation, unbalanced to the right, and Heller walked in untouched.
21-0, Okoboji leading at home on their homecoming. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. More high school football coming back when we return here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
doesn't mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High-quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery, Highway 71 North Milford, and online at ccscreenprint.com. Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Oh, my goodness, he crushed it.
Kickoff all the way down inside the 5, and it's going to be a big return of the 25 to the 30 to 35. A nice blocking downfield, the 35 to 50, the 45. Hit there, breaks at 40, 35 30. Down the far sideline, one man to beat, and he is going to be forced out of bounds inside the Okoboji 10. A huge return. Great blocking downfield for the Braves, and they have excellent field position here after the Okoboji touchdown.
You know, nobody wanted to tackle Pingle. That's about the third time we see that. At this point, just kick it out of bounds. Give it to him at the 35-yard line.
Wow, another huge return. They've had some nice ones here tonight. They mark it at the 7-yard line of the Okoboji Pioneers.
This is the last thing you want. You don't want to give them a short field and a quick score, because make them burn some clock, because Okoboji, they're going to rip off about 3 minutes every time they have the ball.
One left, two right. They give it up the middle. Pingle, he's going to get inside the 5, and he is going to be stopped.
You know what?
Shy of the goal line.
You know what? They called him down, and Cherokee is livid, and they should be, because he was not down. This kid, this is, high school football right now for Cherokee is not complicated. Pingle, the ball's not heavy. Here it is, 25 times. You carry it.
He was pulled down. He was on top of the Pioneer defender.
And he put his hand down. Hand on the ground, not his wrist,
and
not
that's
his
when
forearm.
that's when they said he was down, but I don't think he touched.
No.
First and goal, or second and goal from the 2-yard line.
This should be an inside zone.
3 left, 1 right.
Pingle.
Luger looks the defense over, moves Pingle from his left to his right. He's going to send him out. Luger's going to keep it pressured in the backfield. He's wrapped and dropped. Nothing there. Sack for the Okoboji Pioneer defense.
Nice job, Okoboji. Once again, Matt Olson came in from his weak side in position. But why? Why, Tim Peterson? Why even, if you're Cherokee, why are you doing that? I'm glad they did, but I don't know why.
So
they lost 5 yards on that.
3rd down, 6 yards to go. Can the Pioneers defense stand up big again? That crowd over there needs to make some noise. Get behind their team. It's 3rd down.
They're going to run the little flare in the flat to Pingle.
Luger claps his hands, looks to pass, looks right, rolls right, nothing there. Pressure coming, hit, throws it, and it is incomplete. Just shy of the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And Cherokee is not listening to Dr. Ryan Rolfe whatsoever.
They had 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Now they got 4th and goal from the 6.
Boy, the Pioneers bend, don't break defense this evening has been great.
If they get out of this, come on. And the Pioneer faithful, they know what a big play is. Look at them rise en masse, making some noise.
4th down, 5 yards to go. I will say 6 yards to go. They're going for it, trailing 21-0. Braves up to the line. And the the referees will stop it as a timeout is taken.
Oh, man.
But Cherokee takes a timeout. Well, 21-0.
Want to take one with them, Tim
Peterson?
Yeah,
we will. It's 4th.
Let's take a 30 with them.
Let's do it. It'll be 4th down for Cherokee when we return. And Cherokee looking to get on the board. Can the Pioneers make another big stop in this one? We'll find out when we return here on Q102.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
They're going to come back with that little flare to Pingle. If they don't come back to that flare from Pingle, this coach should be fired. Front four, they
Here's the snap, quick pass out to the flat. Receiver on defensive back, he runs him over and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cherokee. But he needed an open field tackle there, and the Pioneers just couldn't make it.
Well, I mean, I don't know why Cherokee made it so difficult, but they put Pingle in a one-on-one situation with the cornerback and had him run 2 yards in. It would have been easier to do that from the 1 yard line 4 times, but, you know.
That was Pingle in the flat, you say?
That was Pingle.
So a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Braves will go for 2. Trailing 21-6 now. They empty the backfield. 4 to the right, 1 to the left.
Going to hit that flare to Pingle.
Here it is. Pingle drops it. Incomplete pass. Boy, they threw it right down the line to him, and he couldn't hang on to it. So the 2-point conversion is no good.
Well, I mean, my God, he only ran 96 yards on a kickoff and then scores the touchdown. Then he drops 2-point conversion. What more do you want from the kid?
A 2-point conversion if you're a
Braves
fan.
That'd have been nice.
21-6, 6:02 remaining, third quarter. Cherokee to kick off when we return here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906. Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
They're kicking off left to right. All the players hit their knee pads, and here's the kickoff. It's a low line drive kick to the 20-yard line. It's taken there.
That's Saman.
Saman across the 15
Not
to the 30.
Salmon.
And he's spun around. He's fighting for yards. He's going to be stopped just shy of the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with good field position again for the Okoboji Pioneers.
Salmon and Saman. Your returners are Salmon and Saman.
Interesting. And their body size is very similar as well. So the Okoboji Pioneers will take over at their own 32-yard line.
We're under 6 minutes in this third quarter. As we're talking off air during the break, it would be wonderful, even if they don't score, if they could just grind out a couple of first downs and burn some clock.
They've done a great job doing that so far tonight. See if they can keep her going. What kind of adjustments have the Braves made? Here's a snap, give up the middle. Plowing ahead and a first down. That's 1 carry and a first down for Logan Heller.
Once again, they went balanced formation, and Cherokee still couldn't stop them in the balanced formation. Whoever's on Okoboji's right side of that offensive line, I can't tell the numbers because my eyes aren't good enough maroon on black, but those guys are putting in work tonight. They're putting in work, Tim Peterson.
Punched in the locker room and hit the field. Ball out to the 46-yard line after that nice carry by Heller. They line him up again. Shotgun, 2 right, 1 left. Oh, everybody tucked in though. Man starts in motion, and they give it off the far side. Olsen off the near side, and boy, nothing going there. Couldn't get to the edge, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on the play. Couldn't string that one out far enough. Good pursuit by the defense on the near side edge.
Well, Olson had an opportunity. You see Heller and Harms when they run that. They're not afraid to plant their foot in the ground and turn it north and south. Olson doesn't get the ball quite as often. He's not as familiar with it. He tried to get to the sideline, which he really didn't need to do in that situation.
2nd and 12. Everybody on the left-hand side. They fake it to the left side, run it to the right side. Harms is hit at the 45 and dropped. 2-yard gain on the carry.
3rd and 10. Run it again. Burn some clock.
They'll give him a 1 yard. 1 yard on the carry. 3rd down, 11 to go from the 45-yard line of the Pioneers. They've got 1 first down already, looking for another. Up to the line they come. I'm Tim Peterson. He's Dr. Ryan Rolk, and this is high school football. They do a shift. Everybody moves to the right. The snap, the give, and the run off the right side.
We got procedure. That's going to move them back 5 more.
The run was by Heller, but it was blown dead.
You know what? Clock's going to start. You're going to burn some more clock on 3rd down. You should be able to get this thing pretty close to 3 minutes by the time you punt.
We might see, if I recall correctly, our first punt of the evening. We have not had one, have we?
I did not know that.
It'll be 3rd and 16 unless, well, Pioneers, they look probably to punt, but if they can pick up a first down, we will avoid having our first punt of the evening.
Keep it on the ground.
1 to the right, split out. They are gonna run it up the middle, plowing forward, and just getting some positive yards.
Gain 5. Nice job by Olson.
I lost track with the football win initially. Well, they put it at the 44, so they only give them 4 on the carry. 4th down, 12 yards to go, and we're looking for our first punt of the evening.
Take your time. Take your time.
2 men go back for the return on this one for the Braves. Here's the snap. Running to the right. It's a nope. He's going to run to the right and then punt it over the head of the Braves.
With a rugby punt, and this thing's going to roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll.
Rolls all the way down to the 10-yard line. The defensive back or the returner started up because they thought he was taking off with it, and then he booted it over their head. A smart play.
Wonderful rugby punt by Harms. Ends up being what, a 50-yard punt.
Perfect. 45, I think, down to the 10 from the 45.
You know, one time, Tim Peterson, be a homer. Be a homer one time.
107-yard punt is down at the 10. A lot of leg on that kid. So Cherokee will take over their 1st and 10 from their 10. Luger trying to get something started. They trail it 21-6. It's a give to Pingle off the near side. He's got a hole. It's up
that
15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30.
Jesse Bachman
got hit low and stumbles forward and finally stopped at the 36-yard line.
Luger went under center. They just ran the old Washington Redskins counter tray. They brought Luger handed off to Pingle, brought him back weak side, and the wide receiver had a whole bunch of jersey. Nice. One time, Marlo Van Ginkel crew. We need a call.
A 26-yard rumble by Pingle. He's been something else for the Braves tonight. He's been their offense when they go to him.
Rumble by Pingle.
Quarterback Luger claps his hands, passes it over the middle. It's complete across to the 43-yard line of the Braves.
Well,
second down.
I'd much rather have him do that than seeing Pingle running roughshod over us. And Bachman's got his bell rung a little bit. He's a little dinged up.
I was thinking he was going to shake it off, and nope, now he'll jog to the sidelines. Yeah, who do we got in there for him? His number's not easy to see on the far side of the field for us. Yeah, waiting. Referees waving their hands here. I don't know if the clock had continued to run there or what.
You don't know what's going on.
You saying Matt Olson came in for him, number 34? Oh,
I think it.
I thought it looked like 10 to me, or it's a lower number.
Was it Caden Chapman? I'm not sure. But that does look like 10. Is that a freshman? Joey Andres?
You know, if we list the whole roster, we'll get it right eventually.
I think so. You know what I'm hoping for right now? I think we need that 20-yard holding penalty.
I believe there's a...
Why can't we get a couple more of those?
I know there's a Wright, underclassman, last name of Wright. Here we go. 2nd and 3 from the 43. Cherokee with the football. 21-6, they trail it.
I don't think you're wrong.
They fake the give. Nope, now they give it. Pingle in the backfield. He's going to be hit, and he strings it out. Breaks that tackle across the 40. Dives forward across the 45. Short gain on the carry. They hit him in the backfield. Had him going the wrong direction. Ends up turning it upfield and getting a yard on the run.
It should be a first down, fellas.
Well,
what are we going to do here?
They're saying just shy. 3rd down and not much. I think they're going to measure this.
If they could tell that's not a first down from 53 yards across the field. What are we? This is like our 4th.
There you go. There's your first down call. Try to be a homer there, Doc.
You know what? I'm a realist. What's the one thing that people always say about me, Tim Peterson?
I don't know if I can say on air.
Okay.
To you or behind your back? Thanks, MHR Insurance, for sponsoring action tonight on Q102. Also, United Community Bank, Spirit Lake Hy-Vee, and CC Screen Printing. Here's a run play up the middle and just scampering forward on first down. Let's see, that's number 1.
You know what? They tried to do a tight end throwback. They tried to bait the Pioneers there, and Noah Strands did a great job by reading his key and trusting his eyes, and he basically blew that play up and forced Luger to run with it. Nice job, Noah Strands.
Give Luger 2 on the carry. 2nd and 8. Right near midfield. 2 split right, 2 left. Snap, look at pass. Big rush coming. Hit in the backfield. He's just going to throw it away, but it's caught. And flags fly in, and they're going to call a penalty on that hit. Luger's still down. And
they're going to call, I think it was a face mask.
Wow, Sam Poss back there just blew Luger up. He gets up quickly. He seems to be okay.
I mean, the center is definitely the weak part of their line. They should be blowing up that A-gap all night long.
That pass, I don't know how he got that off, and it was complete, and it is a face mask called.
Face mask.
Boy, a clean hit, or a clean attack by Poss, but got that face mask.
Oh my God! Okoboji has Cherokee had a penalty? Matthew Grisham, has Cherokee had a penalty tonight?
They've had one. Wow. And the penalties on Okoboji have been big. A lot of yards.
They've got to have at least 100 yards of penalty yardage tonight.
Brings the ball all the way down to the 40-yard line of Okoboji. It'll be first and 10.
That doesn't seem fair, does it, Tim Peterson?
Tain't fair, as my old school teacher used to say. Look at a pass. Luger looks right. Throws it to on the slant. And the receiver was hit, and flags fly again.
Oh.
Yep, another penalty on the Pioneers. It's the 2nd in a row here.
I think it's a good call, but I also think that the Pioneer cornerback was making a play on the ball and just went over the top of this receiver. So I believe it's a spot foul, but no, they're going past the spot. And
from the spot, add 15. Looks like.
Goodness gracious. They're all the way down the 25-yard line now.
Well, moving the football without getting positive plays, just based on penalties. First and 10 from the 25. 1 right, 1 left. The snap, looks a pass, pump fake, steps up, gets hit, and he is going to be dropped behind the 30-yard line. A big sack for the Okoboji Pioneers. It's Wentz in there with the hit.
Wentz came in and crushed him, but once again, Luger is able to stay on his feet and almost got rid of that thing.
You got, what's the size of Luger? He's a big, strong kid.
6'3", $185 they got him listed at. 6'3", $185.
Yeah, he's got about 5 inches on me and same weight. So he's just, huge. Huge, strong.
Monstrous. Gargantuan.
Brings up 2nd and 16 from the 31. The snap rolling right, looking to pass, throwing pass, flat, caught, Pingle, chopped down, good hit.
I don't want to say anything, but Trey Benson blew up the free safety for Okoboji before that pass was even thrown, and it was past the line of scrimmage, and it was downfield, and the refs missed that one. That should have been offensive pass interference.
That was completed to number 22, and that number 22 is
quarter.
Jacob Hodgden. Be 3rd down and 7 as we end the 3rd quarter. Pioneers leading it 21-6. Cherokee's on the move, but it will be 3rd down in the 4th quarter when we return here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest teams support student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High-quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery, Highway 71 North Milford, and online at ccscreenprint.com. Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
21-6, the Okoboji Pioneers leading.
Did anybody else hear that, or was that just me?
I'm sorry, Paulie. Did you want a cracker? What? Hear what?
Wow.
What did you hear?
I don't know. That went through both ears.
Oh, you had some ringing? A little ringing in your ears? Tim Peterson, Dr. Ryan Rolk here in Milford. Okoboji's homecoming, and they have the lead 21-6. 3rd down and 8 for Cherokee moving in. They are on the Pioneer 23-yard line, and they line them up.
Oh, sack this kid.
See if the Pioneers come up with a big stop again. They've done it a few times tonight. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And they fake the handoff. Pressure in the backfield. Thrown in the flat. It's going to be caught at the 20. Open field tackle is driven out of bounds. He's going to be shy of that 1st down. But positive yardage will make it a 4th and short. Pass was complete to Joe Benson, the senior, at 6'1", 169.
Nice job by Luger's a tremendous athlete because he was running. He had pressure. He was running to his left, throwing right-handed quarterback across his body and complete it. 4th and 3, and the Pioneer crowd rises en masse because they know what a big play this is.
The snap rolling to the right, option pitched out. He's got to break through here if he can. He is hit. He is dropped.
They stopped him. And the crowd goes wild.
Needed to get to the 15. He did not. That's another turnover.
Goes wild.
Another turnover on
Matthew
downs.
Grisham got a picture of that crowd going wild.
I think the Zoom might have broke on him. Well, that's another stop by the Pioneers defense. They do it again. Another great play by that defense. Michael apologized. He said that squelch was on him.
Oh, that brain-rattling screech?
Yeah, he actually hit something back.
Come on, Michael.
He said, did you hear it in your left or right ear? You're supposed to raise your hand when you hear the beep.
One time, Michael.
Pioneer football, right up the middle.
All right, Okoboji staying ahead of the stick, staying on course. Heller picks up about 6. Right now, grind some clock, ball security, because Cherokee's going to be ripping at this ball.
2nd down.
The ball. I think I gave him 6.
They mark it at the 22-yard line. 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4, depending on how you're looking at it. Okoboji looking to take some clock here.
Absolutely. Stay in the huddles.
Play clock just under 20.
10.
21-6, Pioneers lead. Up to the line they come.
Nice.
2nd and 5, 10 seconds on the play clock. They get in the set position. They snap it with 9 on the play clock. A handoff to the far side, and there's a hole, and there is room on the far side across the 40 to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, spun around and pushed out of bounds right near the 20-yard line. Austin Harms. Stay out of harm's way.
He took it from the 22 to the 20. Matthew Grisham, you're an Okoboji graduate. How long is that?
If he went 20 to 20.
He didn't take math. He was in jazz band.
60. 58 yards. That's my Bloomington Kennedy math.
Have you ever heard Matthew Grisham play the bass for you?
No.
Seriously?
I've heard his mama play tenor. Johnny Cash.
All the other ones join right in there?
Yeah. We actually karaoke that as a family once a long time ago. And we are not a family of singers. Here's a handoff on the inside. Room there, plowing forward, carrying a couple on his back. In the end zone, Pioneer! Touchdown! Logan Heller from 22 yards out.
You know what? I think that Harms run caused Cherokee to get their dauber down because that was kind of a lifeless effort by their part. They didn't look like they wanted anything to do with Heller, and he was running angry and took two guys for a ride from about the 5-yard in. Tim Peterson.
You know, he should charge for that. Uber's not free.
Uber?
Well, that's not here yet. They say it's coming.
Uber?
And Uber Eats. It was supposed to be here this summer. I've heard nothing since, and I've got the app and seen nothing on it. Pioneers will go for one. They lead at 27-6 after the touchdown. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good.
Boy, oh boy, they stop them on 4th down, and 3 plays. They take it, what'd they take it, 85 yards in 3 plays? That's a pretty good drive, Tim Peterson.
78 yards.
Look at this Cherokee sideline.
Oh, no, they had it inside their 20. The 22 is from the run, but you're right, yeah. About 85 yards.
They started on the 15, got 5 the first, took it from the 20 to the 22, or the 22 or whatever.
Yep.
Hey, if you ever want to see what a description of dauber down look like, Tim Peterson, are we looking at some daubers down?
You might have to watch the video on exploreokoboji.com to see a few daubers that might be down.
Definitely some dauber down.
We'll take a 30-second break. 28-6 Okoboji leading Cherokee. Back with more football on Q102.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Well, folks, you're hearing it correctly, Okoboji, or maybe you're seeing it correctly on your CF video channel on your Roku, but the Pioneers lead it 28-6 over Cherokee on their homecoming night. It's been all Pioneers.
Student sections up and at it.
Pioneers giving everybody something to cheer about tonight.
Kick it out of bounds. Don't kick it to Pingle. Kick it to up back.
Here they come. They run up on a short little little roller down to the 40. It goes up a foot. Oh, he jumped on it. I think Cherokee got it just outside their 35. And
you know what? That was a great kick. Good job, young man. Good job. Don't let the only guy right now that can hurt you is Pingle. Don't let him hurt you. And that was Mario Castillo. Was that who kicked that? I believe it was.
Hey, if anybody's wondering, up in Minnesota, Princeton's taking on Foley, and after the third quarter, it's Princeton 55-14. My sister sent me that because I'm sure a lot of people down here in Northwest Iowa care or know where Princeton and Foley, Minnesota are.
I know where Foley is. Where's Princeton?
No, Foley.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
About an hour up north of the cities.
North of the cities?
Yes. She just moved up there from Bloomington not too long ago.
By Mille Lacs?
Yes. Yeah, pretty close.
By Mora?
Yep. Handoff right side. Pingle rumbling, gets to about the 40.
That wasn't Pingle.
That wasn't?
That was 32, I think it was.
I'm just giving Pingle credit every time.
I think it was Daxton Pierce.
These yellow numbers.
Now here comes Pingle back into the game.
Yeah, there's definitely a size difference here, isn't there?
A little change in morphology.
So they give them 4 yards on the carry.
Have you been to Mora, Minnesota?
I'm pretty sure I have. I've been to most cities in Minnesota. Traveled a lot. Dad didn't fly. We drove everywhere. Here's the snap. Fake the give. Looking to pass near side. Out pattern. Caught. Bobble and then caught right around the 50-yard line. Now they'll mark him right at the 50-yard line.
Hodgson again. Nice little combinational rub route that they ran with the 2x2 formation. Nice concept. Nice execution by Cherokee.
Family, my dad's side of the family, a lot of them from northern Minnesota. So A lot of time spent up there in the Pine River area, north of Brainerd.
I don't know why we have in October we have a swarm of hornets in our ear.
Got a little cord problem. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. At the midfield mark, 1st and 10. Cherokee, the snap, the inside give. Up the middle he goes. Olson had a hand on him, and with help, they bring him down.
Yeah, the 2 defensive ends. Olson from the backside, Wentz from the strong side. They met at the ball carrier, gain of 1. Nice pursuit by Olson. Nice way to stay stout by Wentz. Staying stout.
That was number 32 for the Braves once again, Pierce. Daxton Pierce, 5'5", 145, and then they mix it up with Pingle, who stands at 6'1", 192.
They got Pingle right now.
He comes in, 2nd down, 9 to go from the 49 of Okoboji. The snap, rolling left, passing left, completed. Benson breaks a tackle and fights for that 1st down, and he's close.
Grants had Benson one-on-one from his inside linebacker position. Wasn't able to make the play. Coach Dow and Coach Spooner saying, change your level, hit that high crotch, single leg, take him down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Give the 2-legged, 1-legged, any way you can, just can't put him in the full Nelson.
Right now, Okoboji's just kind of playing catch and release here. They're not really bringing any heat. Now they walk up Heller.
3rd and 1.
Heller's
they need to get the 40. Rolling
Heller's
right.
Coming.
Pass up the middle, and it's caught inside the 35. Pass and catch gives the Braves a 1st down. 28-6 to score. Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
Boy, Luger was running for his life because Heller was breathing fire coming down.
How about that defensive pressure the Pioneers have had tonight, getting into that backfield all night long. 1st and 10.
28-6, 7:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Pioneers leading on homecoming night from Pioneer Stadium.
Up to the line they go at the 33 of Okoboji. 2 right, 1 left. 3 right, 1's in the slot. I missed him there. Here's Luger looking to pass. Pressure coming, throws it left. 1-on-1 coverage. Receiver cuts it back in, and there should not be a flag. No, there was not. And the Pioneer defensive back holding his calf muscle at the 5-yard line.
I tell you what, I thought that back judge was gonna. And I thought he'd really want to reach for his flag on that. Looks like we got a cramp.
Yep, his own teammates helping stretch that one out at the 5-yard line. I can't get a number on him quite yet because he's on his back. They'll work him out. 2nd and 10. Is what it'll be from the 33 with the trainer down there helping out. Trainer taking care of them. We'll take a short break and come back in 30 seconds here with more high school football on Q102.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible. Oh, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Now Jesse Bachman getting up and running off the field on his own power. He seems to be just fine. Take a short break on the sidelines and work that leg a little bit. 2nd down and 10 from the 33-yard line for Cherokee. They trail it 28-6 with 7:24 remaining. I'm Tim Peterson. Next to be the good Dr. Ryan Rolk.
You got to figure that Cherokee's going to test this new cornerback who just came off the bench as they go to a 3-by-1 formation. They've got one. The new cornerback is lined up 1-on-1. Now they bring a 2nd slot over to this side. Don't let this quarterback sit back there. Bring some heat.
Gives it off on the inside, and it is stopped right on the spot.
That interior of Okoboji's defensive line, Pass, he's been stout all game long.
That whole front line has been phenomenal. Wins, Pass, Gonzalez, Chapman, Olson. Third down 13 now from 36.
Is that 34 Gonzalez in there? Or 33? I can't see what that kid's number is because it's all bunched up. It's all bunched up, Tim Peterson.
34 is Olsen. There's no 33. I do not.
33.
Oh, yeah, it's a misprint in my roster. Yes, 33, Gonzalez. Looking to pass. Pressure coming. Luger escapes. Throws it down the left side. It is caught at the end zone. Touchdown. 36 yards from Luger.
Well, they waited one play to test the new cornerback in off the bench, and but really, Olsen was chasing Luger, and Luger again rolling to his left, turned to his right, and he threw about a 40-yard strike. This kid can throw the ball.
Nick Clark on the catch.
Makes it 28-12.
Clark from Luger. How many yards you giving him on that?
What was it, 38?
I'll go with that. They'll line up to go for 2. 28-12. They give up the middle, and the Pioneers, the initial stop, and they stand them up, and there's the whistle. 2-point conversion is no good.
The interior of the Okoboji defensive line again controls the line of scrimmage. 28-12, 6:30 to go in this fourth quarter. You're listening to Pioneer Football on Q102.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Trying to get a homecoming win here this evening against Cherokee.
Trey Potts got discharged from the hospital, the Minnesota running back who was hospitalized at Purdue, if you're wondering. I know you're being a Gopher fan.
Yeah,
you're a Gopher
that's
fan.
Good news.
Hey, they're going to play up. They're going to onside kick this thing. Get your hands team in there. It's a live ball. Jump on it.
A run up. They kick it outside to the right side, and it is jumped on at the 50. And
who was that?
So the
what
Pioneers
number
will
was
take
that?
it.
That's number 11. Caden Chapman snatched it. Nice job, young man.
Pioneers on the ball right at midfield, leading 28-12.
You always hear
6:30
about
to go.
Playing the ball and not letting the ball play you. Chapman was able to came forward on it, pressed into it instead of staying back, and he snatched it. Nice job. That might be a game-changing play right there. People think it's kind of an incidental play, but huge play.
Pioneers with the snap. Hand off, bobbled for a second, breaking past the 50 to the 45, breaks a tackle to the 40, plows his way down into the 35, and that's Logan Heller with another big carry for the Pioneers and another Okoboji first down.
Another 15 yards for Heller.
Just keeps breaking them. Give them 16.5 on the carry.
16.5.
How many feet is that? 16 times 3.
Not. Matthew Grisham, you're an Okoboji grad.
He shakes his hands. He was sick that day. First and 10 from the 33 for the Pioneers, leading 28-12.
Do you still play the bass, Matthew?
Shakes his head, yes. Give off the left side. Harms breaks through and he's into the secondary. There's a flag.
Touchdown.
Spins around. There's another flag.
Touchdown.
He's going to walk it into the house. A 33-yard touchdown run if it stands.
Well, it's going to stand because it was 2 face masks. It better be 2 face masks against Cherokee.
We'll wait and see.
It better be 2 face masks against Cherokee, and this better be a touchdown.
Wait for the call.
Come on.
30-yard run by Harms, and
this can't be offsetting penalties. There's no way.
They are acting on the field like it is.
They about ripped his face mask off. Oh, come on.
Pioneers are actually moving backwards here. Back to beyond the 30. I guess that's not telling, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a touchdown. They just called that and pointed at Cherokee. They got a hold on the offense.
Oh, please.
And they got a face mask on the defense. Yes, they offset them. And boy, that 33-yard rumble is taken back. Wow.
You know, it's just amazing that Okoboji scored 28 points with all of the penalties tonight. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable they have the lead.
That's crazy.
Got a couple turnovers.
But you know what? You got to give, right now with 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter, things look good for Okoboji. And this is homecoming week. All the pomp, all this pageantry, all the hoopla that the kids do. Way to go to this coaching staff. I think they took a great attitude, letting the kids enjoy this, not making the game bigger than everything. Enjoy it all. Come out here, finish the week with a good effort in the football game, and that's what they've done so far.
Keeper Vanderpool spins around, runs it forward. He's going to get a positive gain across the 30.
That's about 5 or 6.
Nice.
But you know what else it does, Tim Peterson? Stayed in bounds. Click, 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 click.
Clock keeps it ticking. Nice little parade today they had here in Milford.
Oh, I missed the parade.
Well, I missed it too, but I heard the sirens and everything because that was my nap time. I get off work, take my little nap, and get ready for football. That's what, us older folks do. 2nd and 5 from the 28-yard line.
From Sunshine, do you live north or south?
South.
Boy, it's kind of interesting on A34 getting anywhere, isn't it?
Here's a run to the left side with blockers ahead, plowing forward.
There's the flying V again with Harms, and he's down to the 6-yard line.
That was the flying V, man. They had blockers in front of him.
And
wow.
Right now, you can see that Cherokee defense has got how many hands on the hips right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hands on the hips.
Daubers down.
How many Daubers down out there, Matthew? How many did you count?
You're trying to keep him counting, and he's saying no.
He can count music.
I was going to say his count's the other way.
If you can count music, you can count Daubers. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodgeball. Joe's Gym. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. The snap, the inside give, run up the left side. Well, you got to hit the last second. Did he get spun in? He did get spun in. It's Harms for the touchdown.
Right now, this is turning into a woodshed game. Okoboji hasn't had a woodshed game in a long time, Tim Peterson.
You're going to have to explain that one to the listening crowd. I mean, obviously, I know what it is, but they probably don't.
It's a lot like a henway.
And what's a henway?
3-4 pounds.
Depends if you pick it or not. How much you fed it?
Matthew Grisham, he loves that. You didn't know the henway before, did you, Matthew?
It's a new one, huh?
It's a new one. He's so young.
34-12. Pioneers going for the extra point. The snap, the placement, the kick. It's up. It's good. Extra point. Good. And the score goes to 35-12. Okoboji leading with 4:24 to play in this one. Pioneers looking for the victory on homecoming night. Who are you dancing with? More high school football when we return on Q102.
Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
It's 4th and 1 for your team.
Squib it. Just squib it.
Okoboji will kick off after getting a score, and they do a little squib kick, and it's taken by Cherokee and just drop it down at the 41-yard line, their own 41. Pioneers leading 35-12 with 4:23 remaining in this football game. Okoboji looking for their 2nd win of the season, trying to hand Cherokee their 4th loss.
Tim Peterson, Matthew Grisham and I were talking off air, and I was trying to explain to him about jinxing, but Matthew kept saying, he doesn't remember the last time Okoboji won a homecoming game. Matthew, you're kind of putting the cart before the horse here a little bit, but when is the last time Okoboji won a homecoming game, Matthew?
He does not recall. Few and far between.
Math, history, what don't you do, Ben?
Here's the handoff hit in the backfield. Breaking free was Pingle. He gets into the Pioneers secondary after being hit right away. Brought down just shy of midfield and just shy of the 1st down.
Interesting call with 4 minutes to go that they're trying to run the counter tray with Pingle instead of throwing the ball. I'm just saying. 1
game left in the regular season for these two squads. Pioneers will play Central Lyon George Little Rock on the road at Dick Knoll Field on the 15th. 2nd and 2 from the 49. The snap, another handoff on the inside. Pierce takes it across midfield, enough for the 1st down, brought down just beyond the 45.
Counter tray again.
Cherokee's final game of the season will be against West Lyon. That's home night. That'll be senior night at home at Cherokee Washington High School.
Do you know who Dick Knoll is?
I do not.
He is the guy who got it all started for Central Lyon back in the 70s. Ran a wishbone. Tom Roach was the star running back. Tom Roach went on to play at Iowa State. Tom Roach.
Interesting stuff.
Thank you.
Clock running. 3:15 to go. 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 44. Here's a snap. Luger looks to pass. Pressure coming. Steps forward in the pocket.
Tackle him.
Flips it off to his receiver on the far side of the field. He is brought down at the 36-yard line. That'll be shy of the 1st down, but a positive gain. And Cherokee just trying to get some good plays in here.
This Luger, he should go play at Morningside. He's a wonderful high school football player.
He has looked very good tonight, although he does have a couple picks. But
he's been running for his life on basically every time he drops back, and he's still able to deliver the ball.
Looking like Kirk Cousins.
Oh.
He always has to run for his life. Kirk always has to run for his life. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. The snap, looking to pass again. Luger rolls left, being pressured, and he gets a pass off on the near side. It's caught, and did they say he stayed in bounds on that?
That's a very fortuitous call. But you know what I really like? Jesse Bachman came flying from about 25 yards and just dropped down on an ankle and took down Clark. Instead of trying to do a kill shot, make the tackle. Why isn't the clock rolling?
No, instead they did get out of bounds. 3rd and a short 1.
2:17 to go, Pioneer fans.
1 receiver right, 1 left. 1 in the backfield, under center this time. Luger is going to hand it off, hit right away in the backfield, and then hit again at the 35-yard line. They bring him down.
Did Pingle tweak a knee on that? Oh, boy.
He appears to be okay as he gets up.
Okay, because that was kind of an awkward.
They say he lost a yard on that carry.
Well, they brought heat that time. They went to a pro set under center with Pingle as the eye back, and they just tried to run a straight power play off tackle with 2 minutes to go, which, okay.
Clock continues to run. It's 4th down and short. They send 2 receivers right, 1 left. Luger takes a snap, pitches it to his running back, Pingle. He's hit right away and dropped. Another turnover on downs. The Pioneers are going to win this one.
You know what? Austin Harms has played great on offense. He's had a couple long runs. He's played probably even better on defense tonight. He stopped Pingle in the backfield, which hasn't happened a whole heck of a lot. Pioneers going to take over. What do you do right here? Take a knee? Just take a knee.
Well, I think
there's take a knee.
2 timeouts remaining for Cherokee, and I think head coach.
I don't think Cherokee's really interested in playing defense. And if you run a play, I mean, how much woodshedding can you do?
I think Tony Tony Gunter would not call a timeout, but we'll see as they come up to the line. There's a snap. They're going to run a play. It's a handoff to the left side. There's room to run. Across the 45, across midfield, and finally brought down. It'll be a first down. A nice job staying in bounds to keep that clock running.
That was Strantz giving Heller a breather. Strantz almost broke that one.
I'm thinking Heller's night's complete. Pioneers
have to have close to 300 yards rushing and close to 150 yards in penalties.
It appears their reserves, offensive reserves,
Usually not
are out
a recipe for a victory, but you know what? Strange things happen on homecoming, Tim Peterson.
Here's the snap. We give off the far side, and there's room up the middle. Across the 40 to the 35 and tackled inside the 35-yard line.
Is that Saman?
Yes, Tyler Saman.
He's got the quicks.
He's
Tim
got some
Peterson.
wheels.
He's got the quicks.
Under a minute to go. Pioneers looking for a homecoming victory, which they haven't seen many of them, but we'll get one here tonight.
And the
35.
Cherokee coaching staff is employing their team to. He's just yelling.
I'm surprised they're not taking a knee here. Here's a keeper.
That's
up the
Mowry.
middle. He's tackled at the 25-yard line.
Mowry gets close to 10.
Thanks to Bank Midwest, Northwest Iowa Bone Joint, and Sports Surgeons for sponsoring high school sports here on Q102.
I think they're going to let it run. 20
seconds to go. Play clock at 31. And yes, that will do it. The crowd realizes it. The student section on the Okoboji side, at least.
They're going to let her run.
Letting him here. Now the rest of the crowd joins in and let the celebration start. Homecoming night Okoboji with a 35-12 victory over the visiting. Just kind of taking it all in right now.
Pioneers led 13-0 at halftime, and they stretched this thing out in the second.
Beautiful victory on homecoming night for the Okoboji Pioneers, who improved to 2-5 on the season. Cherokee drops to 3-4.
Cherokee comes in at 3-3. Okoboji's 1-5. You think, well, this is going to be kind of a tall test for Okoboji. But if you looked at comparative scores, you knew that the Pioneers had a chance, and they really, once they got that first score in the third quarter, you could kind of see that the wind was taken out of Cherokee's sails.
I think they're hanging Matthew Grisham's picture up on the wall of fame by the gymnasiums here, because he's 2 for 2 for Okoboji victories this season on the 2 games he's been to.
I'll tell you what, Matthew, they're going to take you over to Central Line next week, and if you pull that one off, then we got something.
Hey, let's get into our post-game show. It's coming up on courtesy of the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake and courtesy of Dr. Norland and Dr. Cornwall. We'll be back in 3 minutes. This is high school football on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and with the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnold's Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High-quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. Highway 71 North Milford and online at ccscreenprint.com.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Tonight, the Pioneers win it 35-12 over Cherokee, and Dr. Rolk, what a big victory for the Pioneers here on homecoming night.
You know, wonderful to see, and you know, we briefly mentioned it during the broadcast, and what you just said, homecoming night, the whole thing. Great for these kids, great for the school, great for me, but you really want to give a thumbs up and a way to go for the coaches to keeping this thing all together during the week, because they're doing different activities during the week, different events during the day, and instead of making it this opposing thing where you have to concentrate on the football game, the coaching staff really embraced it and made this part of the whole week, and I think that's a great attitude to take with these kids. And Okoboji, when they came out, 13-0 at halftime, you're kind of one of those deals where you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. But they got that ball. They made huge stops on fourth down. They score. Didn't let all the penalties get them and didn't let them get down. And like we talked about, it really turned into a woodshed game. Tim Peterson, have a great weekend. Have fun calling bingo. I'm out of here.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Oak, for joining us this evening. And we're going to bring in the head coach of the Okoboji Pioneer football squad in this post-game show, which is brought to you by the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. And head coach Pluger, welcome. Good victory here on homecoming night.
Yeah, it was awesome. Really on all levels. Offense, really going back to the start of the game, they had a pretty decent drive going, and it came to a first and goal scenario. And standing tall and getting a huge fourth and goal stop, and then just the huge swing of emotions to go then 99 yards down the field, running the ball at will. I mean, that was just so big for our guys, and at that moment they really believed that they were completely in control of the game, and they did obviously a tremendous job all night long. Offensive and defensive line was a huge key tonight, and then secondary did a really good job in their pass coverage too. I mean, they have a ton of big play potential, a lot of really good receivers and a great quarterback, and he got one late and had a couple big shots, but other than that they really limited him, and that was a huge emphasis this week in practice.
A couple interceptions in that first half. He also forced a fumble but didn't get the recovery. Seemed to that defense tonight, we couldn't talk enough about them, especially the boys up front getting pressure every time it seemed like the Braves were looking to pass. There was always pressure coming.
Yeah, definitely great pressure out of Matt Olson, Brendan Wins, Christian Gonzalez, Sam Poss. I mean, those guys work so hard in the trenches, on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, that was anytime you have a quarterback that talented, you got to really disrupt him, cloud his vision, and get some sacks. And, we could have had a few more tonight, if we break down and wrap up and not get those face mask penalties. But, that's one of those things on the sidelines. Like, we appreciate their aggressiveness. Just got to be a little bit more clean. But, yeah, that was a big key tonight.
And there was a lot of penalties against you guys. But I mean, not a lot, but there was big yard penalties against you guys. But you didn't let it get you down. The players kept their heads up, and you kept moving forward.
Yeah, they responded really well to those penalties, and again, they were mainly aggressive penalties, and if I had to choose one over the other on the mental errors and as far as jumping on cadence, I suppose I would take the aggression, because that means they're playing hard and they're focused, ready to go. So yeah, definitely a couple things we got to clean up, but yeah, it was good all around.
You got one more game left on your schedule. Central Lyon, George Little Rock coming up next week over at their place. But I won't get into that too much. It's still time off. Homecoming tonight. You heading over to the dance?
I'm going to let the boys do all the dancing, but they definitely earned their fun. They did a tremendous job this week, having the fun, having all the activities. But when it came time to practice, they were completely focused, ready to go. Same thing tonight. There's always so many distractions during the pregame warm-up. But as you can see right from the get-go, they were focused, and it was a big night. We had all of our youth football kids in the pregame locker room with us, and they did the entrance with us. So, we're really big on building the foundation of Okoboji football. So now we got an impact 9 years down the road. So that's gonna be fun to see that take shape for many years to come here. So again, so proud of these guys. They get have the awesome homecoming, the perfect homecoming dream, right? Getting the big win Friday night, and everything went well. So, yeah.
I followed a couple of the other teams, like 8th grade teams, and they seem to be doing quite well among the other teams. So it seems like things are starting to swing your way. I know a big rival has been Spirit Lake. They've always been a tough team, but I know the 8th grade team beat them this year among other teams. So it seems like things might be going in the right direction for you.
Yeah, the 7th and 8th grade both have been doing really good. Both victories over Spirit Lake and victories over tough opponents. But the main thing, we don't really necessarily care about the win or loss at that point. But just the development of the fundamentals and what we're doing offensively and defensively. And we know it from firsthand. It takes about a year to develop the single wing. It's just such a unique offense. You can see it now really clicking for our guys, and it's so big to have those kids bought in. My favorite part after the win is just showing up to school the next day, and they're just all have 100 stories to tell me. It's so fun to hear. But yeah, having that developed and years down the road, be able to just plug right in and take away multiple weeks out of our install will be a big key for us.
I always like to throw a curveball at you guys once in a while, and my curveball now is not based on tonight's game or anything, but there's big college football games tomorrow. Who are you taking for your sure victor?
Again, I'll be nervous as just as any other game for the Hawks, but definitely pulling for the Hawks. And I feel like it's going to be a close game all the way throughout, and that stout defense is going to make a couple big stops in the fourth, and it's going to make the score look a little bit deceiving. I got Hawks by 14, but not till late.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us in our post-game show. It's always wonderful to get a victory at home, and even better to get it when it's homecoming night.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate the coverage.
You bet. Coach Bluger joining us in our post-game show. Thank you. Just take your hand. I'll take the headphones down. A victory for the Okoboji Pioneers tonight, 35-12. And boy, when a team wins when they're at home because they don't take the scoreboard. They don't shut the scoreboard off when they get the victory. They keep that baby on for a while, and it's still glowing red lights saying victory for the Okoboji Pioneers. Once again, 35-12. Well, for Matthew Grisham and for Dr. Ryan Rolk, Michael back in the studio. I'm Tim Peterson. That'll do it for our broadcast of high school football here on Q102. Thanks, Mom, for listening, and thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. That'll do it. And back to the music. Shaking Lakes, rocking the docks on Q102.